mother says, take your burden down to my soil. Now we'll make yellow flowers for you.
Well, hello, welcome to JewelleryMaker. It's great to see you. My name's Defoy and I have a fantastic lady with me today. Oh yes, I do. We've got Hannah Osborne with us today and I'm so chuffed to see her. We haven't worked together for what seems like about 3 years.
Yeah, it feels like 3 million years though, doesn't
Probably
it?
about 3 million years.
Yeah.
Too long.
A long time.
Far too long. So we're going to make up for it today. So it's going to be lots and lots of fun coming your way. We have lots of designer inspirations for you. We have a little bit of a jewellery enamel party going on this afternoon. Do you want to join us? I think you should. It's going to be fabulous. I have a wonderful heat gun, which I was going around the office earlier. That I need to this explained to me. Why can't I just use my hairdryer? Yeah. And they said, no Ali, it just blows air. It's like a blow dryer. So it'll blow hot air, but what you need is heat. So you don't want the air because it's going to blow everything away. You just want the heat. So now I understand what this is all about. So this is awesome. Learning as we go along. Many of you will probably know I'm an accredited jewellery professional. So I've worked with this company for 8 years, bringing you genuine gemstones, yes, with the GIA, Gemological Institute of America. All sounds a wee bit fancy, but basically I've studied gemstones and I've studied jewellery as well, but I'm not a designer myself. That is why we have the fantastic Hannah Osborne, because she can make wonders out of clay, out of fabulous. Oh, I love the way she's turned all the busts around so you can't see what she's putting on them. I love that. Sneaky. Lots and lots of new treats for you. I have 3. Not just 1 or 2, 3 brand new finding packs. What is that all about? 3 brand new finding packs. And I also have, this is something I'm very excited about. This is our first designer inspiration bundle. You do not understand how excited I am to show you what Hannah's made. I have already seen, I'm not going to fib. I had a sneaky peek earlier. You've got your flakes, which I love. I saw for the first time how to use those the other day with them. The lovely Debbie Bulford jumped into one of our jewellery making workshops. In fact, there's one going on today with Mark Smith. If you've ever been involved, if you've ever come to the studio, you'll know what I'm talking about. If not, come and join us for the day. Oh yeah, they had gorgeous scones today. Scones with cream and jam and topped off with raspberries and strawberries. Did you get one, Kerry? Didn't have one. Oh, you got Kerry's on camera. She got offered one, but she didn't have one. I stuffed my face. I had about 3. She turned you down, Scott, did she? Producer Scott feels turned down. Only cake though, only cake. Did you get any scones, Scott?
No, I didn't.
Scott's our floor manager. They're all upstairs in the office. If you happen to find yourself on a break, wander in there, you get yourself a wee cheeky scone. I have the lovely Scott producing me today, looking after me. Yeah, there's a few Scotts in here today. Scott's my floor manager who I usually work with in the night shift, so it's lovely to have him. And we have Tom directing, which is really nice. Oh, I normally have Tom directing, but it's a different Tom. You're probably sitting at home thinking, do you not normally have Scott and Tom? And I've got a different Tom, a lovely Tom. Not that my Tom's not lovely. Oh, I need a spade. Right, so you get your blue, your wonderful reds, and your sort of creamy whites. They're brand new, well, there are, some of them are brand new colours. I have a brand new colour bundle as well of just colours. There's 5 of them, they're gorgeous. And you get 3 different moulds. Silicone moulds of your pear shape, which is, what would you call that? A rectangle, a rounded rectangle? A bar.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that one. Oh, so I don't know why I'm holding it so high. You'll be like, woo! You got your bar. Oh, it's because I was looking at Hannah, my arm just kept going up. Sorry, you got in there. Your flowery one. It's like a poppy shape. I know we had that lovely poppy mould that sold out within about, oh gosh, about a minute. So it's an idea of popper, and we have some gemstone bundles as well. I'll show you that later. We'll bring those to you. Starting about 1:30 with some treats, lots and lots. We've got the last of stock melting pots, and I also have the last of stock matrix boxes. I'm going to start off with some chain. Oh, why not? Oh yes. I don't think we can do this. I really like it. I'd like to be involved, and I can't be involved if it's on the telly right now. You're getting 3 individual sized pieces of chain. Did you get a little bit worried there, Scott? Scott was like, why not? Why not? Why can't we do it? Only purely because I'm in love with them. Usually they're smaller in the hearts. They're really good size. So I would just have them as single bracelets. Is that not adventurous enough? Am I not being very adventurous? I think they'd be dreamy little bracelets. Charm bracelets. I'm not gonna fib. I was in a charm bracelet shop yesterday. £45 for a bangle. All right. Charms, the cheapest charm, right? And this was a spacer in this shop, was £20. It was silver, but I'm thinking, that's not right, is it? Anyway, it's got a fancy name, that shop. I'm not going to tell it to you. But yes, you probably guessed it right, didn't you? Bet you did. This is a fabulous, fabulous 3 strands. I'm calling it strands, 3 slices of chain. 6-inch chain, and you get 3 of them. Solid 925 sterling silver. No way! Hold on a minute. When I was a little girl, not a little girl, 21, it's not that little, my family and I were trying to get a bangle for my friend, something in silver for her 21st birthday, and we thought we'd spend £21 because it was her 21st birthday, trying to get a single bangle. Could we get one anywhere for solid sterling silver? £7.95 for 3 chains. You get, that's not per chain, you get 3 6-inch chains for £7.95 in solid sterling silver. I'm thinking, humana, yes. Multi-bids in there straight away. Vicky and Devon, you know where it's at. Jennifer's in Surrey, Janet's in Yorkshire. Janet in Yorkshire's got 2, I think. Lovely to see her. Your name's popped up twice, or maybe there's 2 Janets in Yorkshire. Either way, there's lots of you popping it into your web basket. Thank you very, very much. Check it out as and when you can. But for solid sterling silver, this sort of price point, you wouldn't normally expect to get 3 of them for £7.95. Imagine you went into a jeweller's to buy a silver chain. You wouldn't get 1 for £7.95. And that's not for want of trying. Goodness me, I tell you, I've been all over the place. I quite like plain sterling silver. I'm allergic to some golds, just with the different base metals that they put in, that they mix for the purity of the gold. Sometimes I'm allergic to them, so my finger goes a bit green sometimes, but silver I'm absolutely fine. £7.95, you get 3 of them. So, Hannah Osborne's currently unpacking. But as she's unpacking, I wanted to have a quick, hold up, wait a minute.
What am I looking at?
I want you to look at my solid sterling silver heart chains.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't
They're
it?
£7.95.
Is that 3 or just 1?
3 6-inch chains.
That's stunning, isn't it?
So do you think, what would you do with them? If I could give you these right now and you could do anything you wanted, what would you do?
Well, I quite like it as it is, with like a 3-strand. You could make a connector with a head pin or something. Yeah. So you've got a 3-loop connector.
Oh, yeah.
And then keep it like that. Or you could make some like long sort of shoulder duster earrings or something.
Why do you call them shoulder duster? Because they dust your shoulders?
They're so long that they literally just catch the top of your shoulder.
Oh, they're a bit swingy. Don't know if I can handle that.
Yeah,
I do like the idea.
You wouldn't want a lot of weight on the end of it, but
oh, you put a weight on the end.
Well, just a little bit.
A little bit.
But then
maybe a wee gemstone.
They'll be more pendulous then. So you have to be careful. You couldn't go clubbing or anything because you knock yourself out.
I love them. We started with 82. Whoa! You've just taken over my plasma. It's not even my plasma TV. I don't know why I pretend like it is. My plasma. And my TV at home is like half the size of that. Oh, yeah, and I've got like 2 there and about 9 behind me. Oh no, only 4 behind me in JewelleryMaker. Not as many as our sister channel. It's not as big for JewelleryMaker. We cut the cost so you don't have to pay more. 0800 655 644 655 is a free phone number. Lovely. Carol Norfolk's got 3. Text me in, let me know what you're going to do. Well, obviously get it first so you don't miss out. But drop me a wee text, 60777. Let me know what you're going to make. Ooh, maybe you don't know what you're going to make, you just like them. That could be a really cute charm bracelet. You could just add little charms as the years go. Oh, that would be lovely. I think that's a fabulous idea. Not that I came up with it myself or anything. You know what I mean. 0800 644 655 is a free number and I've only got 20 left. So if everybody in the web checked out and only got 1, I would have about 4 left. So I don't mean to rush you, but just to let you know, if you're interested, or you're thinking about it, swithering about it, remember you've got 30 days. So if you do get it home and you spend a couple of days till you get it, or you can express delivery if you fancy, but if you do normal post and packaging, £2.95, it'll take a couple of days to get to you. That gives you a couple of days to have a look on the internet. You don't even have to go out the comfort of your own home, see what you could pay elsewhere. And then at £7.95 when you get them, look at the quality, feel the quality. Have you got a gram weight by any chance? Are you too busy having a wee chat? I'm only playing. How much silver is there? Have we got a gram weight by any chance? Just going to see if we've got one. Because if you're somebody who invests in silver, I'm sure you'll be able to work out price point wise, and then the time that goes into making these heartland. I think these are quite difficult to make. Hannah, could you make these yourself with some silver wire or not?
I don't think so. They're quite intricate.
Yeah,
you'd have to be a very fine silversmith, I think, to be able to do it.
Okay, so you need them basically.
Yeah.
Is what we've come to the conclusion of. I have 13 left. I have lots of you in the phone line. Scott's my manager. Well, technically probably is. I'm a producer. I'm a producer for you today. Is currently trying to find that gram weight for you. But I've also got Cornwall, Merseyside, Shropshire, Hampshire again, Bedfordshire, Essex, Northamptonshire, Fife, and Kent, all showing an interest. Not to mention those of you on that free phone number. Tetty's in. I love the name Tetty. You're out in Cornwall. Great to see you, Tetty. Eileen's in there. Janice is there. Jane's out in Durham. Anonymous and Devon's getting a couple. Oh, I'd love some Devonshire custard for dinner. Apple crumble and Devonshire custard. Do you know what? I might even go and get that today. Go and get myself some Devonshire custard. I hope you got that. They're beautiful. Might just have to be one. Oh, I don't have any pockets today. Can't keep it. Stick it to the left, to the left. Your right, my left. Right, 8 left. Check it out when you can. The matrix box. Now, which one? Should we do the first one? Right, this I launched on our sister channel. There were 266 in stock. The first time I brought it to you, I was only allowed 66. We had hundreds of people miss out on the evening, which is such a shame. So we launched it. Normally I'm on the late show. It's either usually Ed or myself. Jenny's going to be, we've done a wee swap today. So Jenny, who you normally see during the day, is going to be on my shift tonight, and I'm doing hers today. So thank you for having me. I launched these, and the next day they had the last, there was 200 available. I think there's 20 odd left, 29 if you're lucky. This flew out the door. Hematite stars, hematite hearts. Have you missed it? Did you miss out on the chance to get a hold of it? It was really, really busy the day we had this. And there's some stunning jewellery made up with it actually. It's disappeared from the studio. But there was an amazing, amazing bracelet and necklace. It was gorgeous. I wish I could show it to you. I don't know where it would have gone. It was gorgeous. It was a big, big bracelet. I had it on all night. It was gorgeous. It was sort of it was made by our beading buddies, and it was fabulous. This is, sorry, I'm looking in the gallery to see, I'm looking in to see what he's got. Oh, do you know what? I think that's something else made with it, but it's not what I was looking for. It's a massive dangly bracelet. Am I allowed to have that anyway? Oh, that's the bracelet, I think. Yeah. Oh, no, it's not. Is it?
Oh, it isn't.
Oh, look at this. No, it's not. Where's my bracelet gone? This is fabulous anyway. I was bag-saying that bracelet. I was as well. The only reason I left it in the studio was because the next morning they had 200 of them, so I thought I should maybe make sure the jewellery was there to see. But yeah, someone probably has half-inch my bracelet. It's made by Rosanna, if my memory serves me correctly. Now this one's a little bit tangled, but this is what you could do if you wanted to add some leather to it. Because it was a really funky charm bracelet and I loved it. Love it. Right, and you get all of it for guess how much? Guess. Oh, it's going low. And it only launched a couple of weeks ago with myself. It's probably been out of stock. You get your disco balls in there, your 3 different colours, your silvers, your blacks, your yellow gold and your rose gold plating. You also get your hematite hearts and stars. 8 of course in total, 8 boxes. Or 8 in your matrix. You get all the boxes, you get this big box. This is full of labradorite, red garnets. We've got a wee garnet mini showcase for you today. And you have your smoky quartz in there as well. All of that, as well as all of these findings. Your sort of bronze, antique bronze, and your gold plating. All of them for $34.95. Flew out the door. I wish I could have let everybody know I had these today, because I couldn't take a picture of it. Oh, the picture will be on my Facebook, I think. I think I took a picture of my bracelet and put it on the book of the face. Oh, it might take you a while. I put random pictures up there, like for example of scones. I did that today. That's what was delivered in the studio. But I've got a Facebook page called Ali Defoy, because that's my name. And and on the, yeah, really, I know, shot myself sometimes. And on there, I put a picture of the amazing bracelet that that was made, because I love that bracelet. Oh, it's gorgeous, using the hematite stars. Someone has robbed it, I'm sure they have. I'm a bit sad about that, I'm not gonna lie. So, jam-packed with findings. Jasmine's in, Patricia's in, Janet's in, Kent's in, Merseyside's in. Something like this, Hannah, for somebody who's just joining us for the first time, is that a good idea, sort of stash-wise?
I'd say that's almost essential, because the more findings you've got, the more you can make. Even if you've got just like a handful of gemstones,
yep,
you can make loads of jewellery if you've got enough findings. So yeah.
So if you have a whole tube of gemstones, the #1 favourite labradorite in there, beautiful, as well as your garnets and smoky quartz, gemstones that definitely go together. You can't really go wrong, can you?
Yeah, and anything you've got left in your stash, you know, if you've got something like maybe 3 or even 5 of something else in a contrasting colour, you can use those in between and then just make a feature of the other gemstones as well.
Oh, I'm getting more and more excited. It's the final 15. Thank you very much. Carol's in, Sophie's in, you're in, well done to you. Lots of you showing an interest in the web. It is the last of stock, so bearing in mind I know how popular it was when it first launched, it won't be here for long at all. And with the quality of these, should I get a few out? I'm bearing in mind, I'm presuming that you've already seen this, but you might be seeing this for the first time. That's terrible of me. Let's get it on. I haven't even told you you're finding this. You get so many little charms. These are the ones, it was made into a little charm bracelet. So you get the hearts and the stars. Oh no, the hearts and the flowers, but you get little moons as well somewhere. Oh no, you don't get moons. This one's just got hearts. Must have been another one finding pack I picked up. That's it! That's the one! Can I show everyone? Scott's gone and found it on the pad-eye or tablet thing. Let me show you this bracelet. I'm in love with this bracelet. Thank you. I don't know if you can see it. It might be a bit dark. How awesome is that? There was charms on there. There were little balls made out of the labradorite and out of the ball. Oh, it's the best bracelet ever. I'm obsessed with that bracelet. Thank you. I'm going to pass it to you that way, because if I drop it, I don't want to drop it on the floor. Thank you. So you've got them in gold as well, gold colour, as well as all the balls. So here's your gold ones. They're gold plated for you. You get yourself jump rings, open jump rings, toggle clasps, shepherd hooks, balls, beads, spacers, crimp covers, chain. You get it all. You get loads in there, lobster claw clasps, you get 5 of those. This is a jam-packed findings pack. You get 2 of them, 2 different findings, one's with antique bronze and one's of course with the gold finish, all copper based. And then you get those hematite stars, which everyone has been going on about, absolutely everybody. So if you haven't yet got them, especially if you looked on the website recently, there's lots of brand new bundles coming together. And they're going together purely because it's all about the metallics that are coming in this season, your hematite and your pyrites. Everybody's putting bundles together. You might have seen hematite with me with labradorite the other day. You've got your pyrite and labradorite we did the other day as well. Really, really busy and really, really popular. So what you've got here is giving you those amazing metallic hearts, and they're all drilled for you. They've all got holes in them. It's not as if you have to sort of try and set them into things. They have all got drill holes in every single one of them. Linda's in and Barry, well done to the pair of you. Sandra's in and Carol's in. Oh, look at the colour in there. So I'm going to leave that with you because I've not got many left. I've only got 4, and bear in mind these are the last of stock now. So if you're thinking about it, in fact, I'm looking on the web. There are 4 of you thinking about it, and there are 4 left in stock, and that's it. That's everything. We only made bundled up 266 of them in total. So I can't get that off the table, it's stuck. I'll need Scott and his sellotape. I'll put that there. Right, I'm gonna bring you a findings pack that's brand new. Say what? Say what? Yes, exactly. Brand new findings pack. Should I get myself my, ooh! Ooh! Oh, this is the one that everybody wanted because it looked like the Chanel tag with the clasp. Everybody saw this in a kit the other day. This is the first time it's been out with a kit, brand new. This is the clasp that everybody wanted. Everybody's been after this on the Late Show. It's very similar to that sort of Chanel style. Chanel. you say it quieter, then it's not like I'm comparing it. There are other designers that link things like Gucci. The Versace link things? You just decided that? Guess? In class, I'm going to stop digging my hole. There happens to be a strand of gemstones here that I might just happen to keep in a bag with some earrings that have been made from it. I don't know who that was. Something from the morning. I'll be keeping that since my bracelet's been half-inched. Right, here are all the findings you're going to get. Call me when you can on this one. The phone lines are open. It's ready and waiting for you to treat yourself. Lots and lots of opportunities. Oh, and it's got the wee spacers. I love these spacers, the nautical ones. The rope style spacers. I'm going to put them on your head pin so you can see them a little bit clearer. How fan-dabby-dozy are they? So you've got yourself these, right? I love these. This clasp, which everyone's on about. Get that on there. You've also got yourself S-clasps with an extender chain. Oh, that's quite cool. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. They all joined together there. So you've got your cord endings there. You get 3 of those. And you also get yourself your crimp covers, your jump rings, your crimps. You get your head pins. Oh, you get the toggle clasp as well. What? Say what? You're getting the gizmo toggle clasp. 115 pieces with the gizmo toggle clasp. What you do is just obviously open that one there. And then you could use that obviously at 2 separate ends. Or you could use it as a feature if you want. You get a mini toggle clasp as well in a bag. You also get yourself the head pins with the gizmo part at the top, the sort of wrap part, but you also get some head pins without that, with just a wee eye loop at the top. You've got your variety. Sorry they're all in bags, but by the time it takes me to take them all out, you want to see them. 3 different types of head. No way! This is the price it should be. It's not your price. We're going to give it for a tenner. £9.95 is £10. Not happy. It's going down. Woohoo! And we never go up, we only go down. £7.95. It's the first time we've offered this out with a kit. Usually you would have to get a whole kit with gemstones and findings within it. What we're wanting to try and offer you now is what you've been asking for. You've been asking to get these just on their own for 115 genuine pieces. Essex, you're in there as well. Great to see you. So you get a variety of clasps, 3 different types of head pins. You've got flat head pins, round ball head pins, and you've also got yourself your featherweight head pins. So you've got all 3 of those different types. There's your flat head pin, your rounded head pin, and then your featherweight head pin if it wants to have. Oh, I've got 2 of those because they want to show themselves off. It's like antenna. You make a wee animal pendant. Right, so we've got all of those. Plenty of shepherd hooks. I'm saying plenty, but I'll tell you how many. 2 of the eye loop ones and 1 pair of the eye loop ones and 2 pairs of the shepherd hooks with the gizmo. You've got your chain in there as well. Everything you're seeing there, you actually get. You get 15 of your head pins, which are 48mm flat. You get 50mm with your ball head pin, which are obviously the ball ones. The featherweight ones are 65mm, and you get yourself 15 of each of all of them. 10 for your jump rings, which are 8mm. You get your 3 copper endings with your cord endings, that is 12mm by 5mm, and then you get your 15 jump rings, which are 5mm, your 20 crimp tubes, which are 2mm, your 15 covers, which are crimp covers, which are 5mm. Of course, you get it all, and the longest chain in here as well. Oh, it's long. It's what, a metre? I'm presuming? Yes, a metre gold plated, and it's gold plated as well. It's quite a nice link, actually. Would you have it on its own like that as a long chain, a long necklace? Would you split it up? Would you put it in bracelets? What would you do with it? What would you do with it, Hannah?
I quite liked, one of the necklaces I've made, I quite like the idea of having sort of like little satellite gems and then do like a double wrapped loop pin inside the gem, and then have quite a long length of chain between each one.
Oh.
So it's very sparse with the gems, but a lot of chain, and then you can have a really, really long one and double it up if you want to.
Oh yeah.
Quite like that look.
I had a chain like that the other day actually, and it was from a kit. It was the same findings, and it was, oh gosh, everything stuck to me. It was the same findings because the chain was used all the way around, and this clasp was like halfway down the chain. It was like asymmetric, and I had a couple of gemstones all the way around, and it was the silver version, and I gave it to my friend because it had emeralds in it, and she likes green.
Oh.
So I gave it to my friend. I should have kept that one.
You're a pretty cool friend.
You what, sorry?
I like blue, and I like purple and red too. You got any gemstones?
I gave my mum the tanzanite, sorry.
I was going to say, she
Tanzanite and
likes
pearls
green,
went
and
to
you
my
gave
mum.
her emeralds? Wow, what
Yeah,
a friend.
Well, you know. Give it away. Well, that's the beauty of JewelleryMaker. You can give your friends emeralds. You can make yourself emerald jewellery and probably be cheaper than what it would cost in the high street.
Yeah.
Be £50 for a silver bangle, or you could get yourself your own findings, make an emerald necklace, get an emerald strand for what we've been doing them ridiculously low of recent. We've done them for we did an emerald kit, and it was from an emerald kit that was what, about £25? It was ridiculous. It was awesome. $7.95. I'll leave that with you. I have the version of a couple other versions of that, but I'll leave that with you for now because I've got some sapphires. Talking of treating yourselves, and well, I'm saying you like blue. I'll check what colour they are actually. Ah! I'm still here, don't worry. Oh yes. Hold on a minute. I'm going to move this. I'm going to show you something. There are a pair of earrings in this bag. Now I'm presuming this is using a yellow sapphire strand that I launched the other day. But just so you can see what you could do with this strand, because they've got similar colours. Look at these. These are gorgeous. How pretty are these? Now I launched a sapphire bracelet the other night. Oh, tell a fib. I launched a sapphire strand the other night, and it was all of your darker shades of sapphires. These are all your lighter shades. So if you got the darker shade bracelet, in fact, floor manager Scott found it earlier today. The bracelets that I was wearing, because everybody took a bracelet home. We all wanted a bracelet, and we all made it with just a little bit of chain. We didn't make them. That's not true. The Beading Buddies made them. But a little bit of chain and just a couple of gemstones. I do make things, but I didn't do it all. I'm very good at letting everybody know it wasn't me. But when it is me, I let you know too. So 20 carats you've got here of genuine sapphires. You've got yourself a variety. The reason they're called multicolour, regular viewers, sorry, you'll probably know this, and connoisseurs you'll know this as well, but the reason they're called multicolour and they're not just called sapphires is because, of course, sapphire is traditionally and renowned for the blue variety. So if it's a sapphire, then it's going to be blue. If it's a multicolour sapphire or a fancy sapphire, then it's going to be a different colour. So sapphire coming from the Latin word sapphirus, meaning blue, you can call it sapphire if it's blue, but if it's got blue and other colours, or it's not blue and it's a sapphire, it needs to be called multicolour or fancy sapphire. So you've got it all. You've got what's so difficult. And the red variety of the corundum family, which is what the sapphires are from, is definitely red. It's definitely a ruby. You're not going to get a red sapphire, because if it's red, it's a ruby, because it's the same family. You what, sorry, did you not know that? You did know that? Didn't want to say it out loud, but I knew that. So of course, yeah, so sapphires come from the corundum family, same family as your rubies, and the rubies are the red variety of your sapphire. So once it gets to a pink ruby, the next colour in the colour circle is your red, but therefore then it becomes a ruby, and then it goes back to your sapphires. So I've got a lot of messages there. I've got Stella and Berkshire sending in a message. Is that for me? But it's just disappeared off my screen. I saw the first part. It said, I'm a big fan of gems, but now I've got some information about sapphires, which is great. September's birthstone you have for yourself here, as well as the gem of sincerity and faithfulness. Oh, it's from Stella and Berkshire. I'm a big fan of gems. I'm a big gems fan, but watching you for the first time, what else would I need if I bought the rose garden kit to make some jewellery? Was that earlier this morning? So, what was in the tool? So what was the rose garden kit? So I'm sure it will probably have findings, it'll have some gemstones, it'll have some wire. So the only thing I would say to you to get is some tools. Get a wee toolkit. Should we bring a toolkit later for you? Would that work? We'll do it and we'll dedicate it to Stella and Berkshire. We'll bring you a wee toolkit in a wee bit, and then that way you can add it to the same order if you maybe joined Ed, because it doesn't cost any more. Is that all? Have you seen the quality of these? You are lucky your boss is in the North Pole. You can't just take £10 off. We're about to go to the design inspiration and he's just thrown classic, stunning sapphires at you. If you want to see a picture of the bracelets I'm talking about, go on JewelleryMaker and my Facebook page is Ali Defoy, and you'll be able to see the bracelets I'm talking about. I'll be back with Hannah Osborne after the break. I need to sit down. You can't just take £10 off sapphires of this quality. He's a joker. Oh, get this before it goes, and Hannah and I will see you on the other side.
Get involved with JewelleryMaker by sending the studio a message during our live hours. You can send a text to 60777 and start your message with JM Studio, or alternatively, go to our website and click on Watch the Live Show, simply type your message into the box and press send. Make sure you stay tuned in case your message is read out. Get interactive with JewelleryMaker.
The fastest way to shop with JewelleryMaker is by going to our website. Just click on the sign up button. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking the Watch Live button on the front page. You can also use our Refine tool and narrow down your search. Once you've found an item that you like, just simply click on the Buy Now button and the item will be added to your basket. Don't forget you can add as many items to your basket per day and still only pay 1p in P. Enjoy shopping with JewelleryMaker.
We all know having the right tools for the job is important, so we here at JewelleryMaker have designed a toolkit which includes all your essential pliers for jewellery making, including round nose and flat nose pliers, wire cutters, as well as a bead reamer, snips and tweezers. You've got everything you need for just $9.95. We provide the tools, you provide the skills. Get creative with JewelleryMaker. Do you need a helping hand to get started with JewelleryMaker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our JewelleryMaker website, where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy to follow jewellery making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewellery making techniques.
So it's great to see you if you've just tuned in. We have the wonderful Hannah Osborne as our guest designer this afternoon, and it's going to be fabulous. It's already been fabulous so far, but we've got a whole design inspiration for you now, and it's incorporating these very gemstones. So let me get them over for you. 3 strands for you, Hannah was given earlier. Now it wasn't just earlier today. You had a wee bit of, did you have a wee bit of time with them? Oh, they're cold.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. When my last show was, I picked up everything.
Did you take them with you?
Yeah.
So were they easy to work with, the quartz that I've got here?
Yes, they are, but because they've got quite a fine drill hole, it's good to use them with the thinner head pins or with beading thread.
Oh, I can't wait to see what you've done. So what you have for yourself here are your quartz. Now these are coated clear quartz, which are plain rounds 8mm and 18cm strand and 110 carats. Now you might think, why would you coat a clear quartz? Because one of my friends asked me that the other day because I showed them and she said, what's that? Is it rose quartz? And I said, oh no, it's a coated quartz. I said, but why would you coat quartz? It's to give you a different sort of metallic feel. Now the coating that you have here gives it almost like a pearlescence. So you know when you get sort of pearlescent paint in cars, or I don't know why, because I like white cars that have got a pearlescence to it, that's probably why I thought of cars. But you know sort of pearlescent paint, it gives you that wonderful sort of orient that you would expect from a pearl, but obviously it's not a pearl, so it gives you that sort of little hint of a little bit of a mystical sparkle.
Like bubbles.
Like bubbles. Oh, I saw bubbles yesterday when I was by the river. They were selling bubbles. Not selling bubbles, but selling the things to make the bubbles. No, they weren't selling bubbles. They were selling the wee things, the fairy liquid or other bubble liquid that you can get out there, like Tesco and Morrison's own, to wash your dishes. But yeah, no, they were blowing them down by the river, and you could buy the things that were blowing them with. Anyway, they're like bubbles. Then, well, I don't know if you're ready for this. Blue quartz. Do you like your London blues? London blue topaz. London blue topaz can be quite expensive. Not here, obviously, but it's more of an expensive stone because it's heated. There's a lot of treating to it. Not a lot of treating, but there's treating to it. How about blue quartz with almost like a neon apatite glow? Great saturation. Obviously, it's been coated to give you that colour, but for that colour and quality, 7 by 6 mil to 11 by 8 mil to a 33 centimetre strand. Now, quite a few of you already allocated these to your baskets, which is great to see. Remember, you don't need to confirm until you're ready, but we have a select amount, so once they've gone and sold out, that's it. I love the gold wire with it. Loving this. I'm a little bit too excited about this. The gold wire is 10 metres of 1 mil gauge gold coloured copper wire. Oh. So many of you have probably been looking for your wire gauges. You probably know the price of wire gauges on the website. You can have a look, jewellerymaker.com. Maybe don't do it right now, or maybe do it right now before we get the price on. Give yourself a wee chance to have a look at it. And then, as if we couldn't just give you that, we're going to give you lapis lazuli, faceted lapis lazuli. What's lovely about this lapis lazuli, I saw some in the shops the other day actually, but it was so dyed it looked ridiculous. What you have here is golden flecks within it, which is your pyrite, which means it will work fabulously with the gold wire. So you've got the lighter blue, you've got the pearlescent white quartz, and then you've got metallic sparkle pyrites, which is going to go great with all what's in fashion at the moment, with everyone wearing the hematite and the pyrites. It's all going on. Now, we've bundled this together for you, and it comes to £27.30 to put it all together. But there's a great thing about bundling. Do you know what that thing is? It's an awesome thing. What we do, especially in the evening time, is we're able to go down in price, because if you bundle it together, that's technically 4 vault locations. So if I did separately, then it would take longer to bring them to you. So if I have 4 vault locations and they all go fully, means there's 4 clear spaces in the vault, you get a deal in the price, and we get 4 locations to bring our new strands and to fill it with. Because of course, when they're sort of in cargo and they're way here, they can't sort of in limbo in between leaving where they're coming from and delivering here in the studio. We need somewhere to put them. So if we bundle things together, that means there are 4 locations as opposed to just doing 1 at a time, which takes longer airtime, more time for you, gets a bit boring, and therefore you don't get money off. So it's £17.95. Yes, we lose money on all of them together, but in turn it generates cash quicker, which therefore means we can buy better, which means when you buy better, you get better deals, and then we push it back to you, which sounds fantabulous to me. £17.95. Great to see so many of you joining us already this afternoon. It's lovely to have you, but of course, bear in mind, design inspiration wouldn't be a design inspiration without the designer. Oh no! Should we go and join our Hannah? So, oh yes, and the jewel enamel I was talking about, we are going to be showing you with our Hannah as well. Don't you worry about that. In fact, you might already have it there. Should I go and take a wee wander? Let's go and see Hannah. I don't like being in it. Can I take my tools? I've got my heat map, got my gun. It's not an actual gun, it's a heater. Hello, how are you?
It's like the female equivalent of James Bond there, with all your special gizmos and gadgets.
You know, I watch NCIS all the time. I dream of being an NCIS agent.
Do you?
Yeah, I'd love to do that. Anyway, back to normal life. What's going on here?
I'm just getting ready to do some demos for you.
I love the melting pot. I love the smell of it.
That's because it's hot, so don't touch it.
I love this. So, straight away, are we going to have a look at what we do with those gemstones? Oh! So this is a combination of both enamel and gemstones.
So I've combined them because we've got these lovely new Carantha moulds as well. So I think there's some on the end of the desk to have a little look at. But Yeah, it's quite nice really, because it's sort of red, white and blue, so hence regality, but obviously you've got the red and the white. When mixed together you get the pink, so gives a bit of scope for some pretty pink flowers.
It's not weird, look at that mould and think, oh, I'm going to make something as amazing as that, is there?
I know, I think these look like raspberry ripple ice cream.
Oh, yes! I love raspberry ripple. Do you know what they look like? The cream and the jam and the scones that we had upstairs earlier. Humna, humna.
I'm going to have to stay away from upstairs today.
No, we'll bring them down. I'll get them sit down, get them brought down. So, we're going to launch the mould in a moment, but what we're going to do first, I think, are we going to have a look at what you were making?
Yeah, well, I was going to start.
Oh, and you've got this one as well.
Yeah, there's quite a few different techniques there. So I've got the bar with the gilding flake on the long chain, and I've used some bezels for some of them. I've used the flower-shaped Carantha mould for the pink one that you saw, and the one on the far end was it was going to be a bracelet, and then halfway through I changed my mind, so it became a necklace instead.
This is what we were talking about the other day. I was telling Hannah about it today. If you're watching of a day show, you maybe don't know this, but on an evening show, we haven't launched it yet, but start taking pictures of anything that maybe turned out differently to what you intended to. Yeah, no, I'm not allowed to do that. Scott is my manager. He's like, look at you mentioning the competition that hasn't even launched yet. Well, I thought, why don't we have a competition for all the things that aren't quite what we were wanting them to be? So I'm sure before you sent your Wall of Fame designs in, there was maybe like a halfway point where you thought, oh, you know what, I've messed up there, but I'm going to start again. Or maybe, like for example, you started to make a bracelet, you changed your mind and made it into a necklace. Take a picture of it and just keep it for now, because it could be putting you into a raffle prize to win some money. So we're going to launch it. So keep your eyes peeled for the late shift so we can do that for you. But
does that mean that there's no such thing as something going wrong then? Because it just means it's the creation of something else.
Yeah. Whoops.
That's pretty cool.
Well, there's a lot of the designers that have said, Ali, I've got a box. One of the designers in particular said, I've got a box of all these designs I've just given up on because I've gone wrong. So I've started again. So take your pictures of them because it can win you money. Amazing,
I
right?
attack all of anything that I don't like. I usually pull it apart unless I can turn it into something else. So I'm going to have to stop doing that. Just photograph everything.
Or just like take a photo of it halfway and then continue. But like do that stop point where you think, what have I just done? Why did I do that? Take a picture of it and then show me the end result as well. It'd be awesome. I'm really excited about this because I fell in love with the melting pot. Oh gosh, first time I used it, which was only once. It was only a couple of months ago, and it was when it was relaunched. It flew out the door. There were only 35 when I brought it back in stock, and I think there's only about 37 of you who are going to get it today, if I'm lucky. We're going to put the information on screen for you now. The melting pot, tell me, I mean, I'm in love with it and I've only used it once and I'm not an advanced jewellery maker in any way, but how did you get started with the melting pot? What made you want to use it?
Well, my initial inspiration came from a lovely lady called Liz Welsh. She brought it to us to initially demo it for the couple that run the company, where we got them from. And it was a case of myself and a lovely lady called Nadine from upstairs.
Oh yes.
And the boss Paula. We all had a bit of a play, really, just to see what the products were. And we were hooked. We just couldn't stop wanting to make more. So I thought, right, I quite like that. I'm going to give it a bit more of a chance, have a bit of a play a bit more. And I'm slightly addicted to it now.
Yeah.
It's so simple, but it's such a quick process, but you can lose a lot of time in the thought process.
Yes, this is true.
But the good thing, I mean, talking about things that don't quite work, the good thing with this is if you make something that you don't really like, you chuck it back in the pot and it melts down again.
This is amazing.
So there's never any wastage because you can keep reusing it and reusing it and reusing it. You're never going to have to throw jewel enamel away.
Ever. And it's so easy to clean.
It is. You clean it when it's hot and just use paper towels.
Yep.
You can let it sort of cool off and then just chip it away, but I think it's easier when it's hot, so you just be careful not to burn your fingers. That's the only thing.
Even if it's just like slightly warm, once you've turned it off and it's starting to cool down.
As it's cooling. But the thing is, the jewel enamel sets so quickly, you'll probably find you can flake pieces off anyway. And again, just stick them in a pot and then use them again later on. So
now we're already down to the final 32, just so you know. The price has only just come in. It's invaluable. There's nothing I could think that you could use to replace it or instead of it.
No.
Because you need the handles on it to pour, so you don't burn yourself.
Stop you burning. It reaches 140 degrees centigrade, so it's hot. You don't want to get your fingers in there. It's got a little lid which protects you from when it's melting down, but also it helps to create a more intense heat, so it melts faster.
Yep.
And it's very simple, like to turn it on, switch it on at the plug, and then just turn the dial up to where it says UTEE, which you probably can't see on there at the minute unless I move it in.
So it's
the red bit basically. And that means ultra thick embossing enamel, which is effectively what the jewel enamels are.
Yep.
So I've had that switched on for a little while.
And the wee light goes on to tell you it's ready to use.
Yes, you get two lights that come on. The green one means it's switched on. The orange one means it's heating.
Yep.
So when it gets the temperature, yeah, it's constant. So that's the melt pot itself.
I'm so excited.
So the first thing I was going to show you, I've made it's like a long necklace using the lapis and
this
bars.
One. And some chain as well, eh?
And some chain, yes.
In fact, we were just mentioning what you would do with chain.
Yeah.
The gilding flakes I love.
Well, I love the gilding flakes too, but they don't love me.
Oh,
so you
really?
have to be very careful when you open the pot because they can explode and the slightest wisp of air will send them everywhere and they stick to everything.
Oh, do they?
Yes, you can get it off again slowly, but yeah, just be very careful. Don't open it with an open window.
Ta-da!
Very, very gentle. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pour in some of my jewel enamel into the melt pot.
Wait till you see this. This is amazing.
Make sure I can get that.
We're going to launch the price points in the enamel in a minute. Just going to leave the price there for you for the melted pot. Wait till you see this. This is amazing.
So literally,
it's amazing.
Just dolloping it in.
And it's not even, it slightly changes colour from what's in the pot, doesn't it? It's almost like
a more metallic, isn't it?
Yeah, it goes metallic.
Beautiful, beautiful. I'm just going to check a few different colours in. I'm going to put quite a lot in because I'm hoping I can use it for more than one demonstration.
Because the red actually looks a bit gold.
It is. It's quite. It's like a metallic-y orange. There's an example.
Whoa! That is so cool. It's like a coppery. Oh! Love
Pretty
it.
funky, isn't it?
And you also can use it in jewellery, as in you can put your head pins in, you can pour it the moulds on top of it.
Yeah, I'm just going to put the lid on so it melts faster. But essentially, it's just like a molten liquid. So once that's melted down, you just pour it into whatever mould you like. So you can even make your own moulds if you've got.
Yeah, we sold the moulding kits the other day.
That's it.
You put the two compounds, you push it together, and then you make your mould.
That's it. Press in whatever your shape is, and then you get the relief to then pour into. So it's brilliant. So what I'm doing with this then, I've got the first mould is a bar shape, and it's actually got slits cut into it, so you can position your head pins in. So the original ones we had before, you just had to sort of position
them.
Well, either bend it or you had to sort of rest it on something so that it was dipping in.
And then it wouldn't be straight though.
It meant it wasn't straight and it could move.
These are much better.
These are brilliant because you can just put them in. It doesn't seep out the sides. It's fine and it's absolutely perfect. It's also got slits on the outer edge as well as the ends. So like if you wanted to make like a big chunky bracelet, you can have lots of bars of colour connected together, or anything you like really. Loads of things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of the gilding flakes to put into the mould before I pour the enamel in. Forgot what the word was then. Because it goes everywhere, what I tend to do is with a head pin, just rub the head pin on the bottom of the mould, and that creates a bit of friction, and then you get like a static effect, which means you can pick up pieces of your gilding flakes without having to stick your fingers in it and get it absolutely everywhere.
That's brilliant.
And just spread them out. So
you remind me a little bit of like fish food, like fish flakes.
It is a little bit like that, but yeah, don't feed your fish with it, poor things.
No, but you know, like the sort of the texture, like how fine they are.
Yes, it is. It's very fine, and the more you work it, the thinner it gets. So it sort of flattens out and it can fold up on itself, but you just keep working it until they spread out a bit more. So you just keep adding little bits.
So you're best to just like sort of touch them down as opposed to like sort of smooth them out, because then they will just sort of lose their shape.
They do kind of go everywhere. And all I just found is that by smoothing it down, you get a nicer finish. And also, the flatter it is, the less likely you are to get like a little air bubble around it. So when the molten liquid goes in, if the flakes are bunched up in any way, you can get sort of like a gap almost where there's an air bubble trapped. So the flatter it is, the better the finish.
Can I try?
You can, yeah. quite addictive, isn't it? It's quite fun.
It looks really fun. That's why I want to turn in.
So
Oh wow! It does as well. That really works.
It's cute, isn't it? I'm just going to
And
give
then
this a
what?
little
Just
swing.
flatten it down.
Yeah, just flatten it out.
Oh, you've got a wee spatula. Where'd you get that from?
I think it comes with a melt pot actually. I think it's included. So I'm just making sure this is molten enough.
So we bring it in a wee bit more.
Can you see it? It's just because I'm not sure how far the power cable will stretch. Okay, so it's got to a point it's nice and runny. If you get any on your spatula like that, leave it for a few seconds, literally seconds, and then you'll be able to peel it off again and chuck it back in the pot.
It's so fun when you throw it back in.
That's
and
the
then
same
it
with
just
any
starts
spills
melting
and
again.
splashes or anything. So I'll leave it there for the minute. So what I want to do now is pour this. I've put a head pin into either end of the bar. Yeah, thank you.
Thinking I'll close it slowly because otherwise if I close it quickly, they'll all just go poof.
It goes everywhere. So I'm just thinking the best way of getting this for the camera.
Oh yeah, it's above you, so you're fine.
Yeah, above me? Can I pull this to me then?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all about you, don't you worry.
So I'm just going to use the spatula
What?
to help me pour this in. And just
That is
making sure
so
it's filling evenly. You have to pour it fairly fast. You don't want it to...
I was going to say, how do you stop it?
well, you just sort of wedge
Stick
the
your
spatula
spatula
in, or you go a little bit more conservatively, but I'm quite gung-ho with it these days.
Just so you know, we will be launching the enamels in just a wee second. You've not missed them. Thank you for your messages and the new moulds. So don't worry. They will be launching in just a wee second, so don't worry, but we're just trying to make sure you can see how it works, so as soon as we bring the price point in, everybody can go together, because if some people know how it works and then other people doesn't, and they want to take their time, then, and also we want to try and make sure that you get your melting pot and that you get everything. You see, just pop them back in?
Yeah, just any of the spills and slops and bits, just
no
let them set
wastage.
for a couple of seconds. Not at all, not at all. So with this, where you see I've poured it in, it has slightly gone over here. I would advise you don't touch that until the bar is set, and then just use a Stanley knife or a pair of scissors just to trim it off with. If you try and move it before it's all set, you'll end up pulling, and you'll get like a sort of a hole in the back, because part will have set and part won't have.
Right.
Okay. So that's just basically all you need to do. So
it doesn't exactly take long to set, so you're not waiting like weeks or anything.
It doesn't
or a
take
day.
too long. So while that's drying off, I'm just going to put a bit more of the white in the pot, and I'll show you this little flower as well.
I love how quickly this melts. It amazes me.
It is quite addictive, isn't it?
It is really addictive, and the fact that, like you say, if you have a little bit extra left over, I don't know if this is a good idea or not, that's what I was thinking. If you put too much in and you have still some left in the pot and you've poured your mould and you think, oh gosh, I've still got some left in, you could just pour it into another mould, but just to keep it, so the next time you turn it on, put it back in and melt it.
That's exactly what I've done here. So this is a bezel, and what I did, this was just the leftovers, and because it's sort of red, white and blue, of course it's gradually going like a mucky purple colour or a lilac-y colour.
Like a minky.
So this is kind of like the wastage. I mean, I've put one of them on display there because it's just an example. It's not.
Oh, so was that this one here,
the
the lilac?
purpley one. So that was just left over from something I was making before, and I thought, right, what shall I do with that?
So you can just
and then of
throw
course,
it back in the pot.
And then anything you put into a bezel will then pop out.
How did you do that?
And that literally just pop it. So when it's set, you can then just use a nail or a pin or something, pop it out, and then you can either use that, save that as kind of like a pellet for the future if you want to make something using perhaps this as a base colour, and then cover it with gleams or whatever if it's a colour you don't particularly like, because you always end up sort of like a browny colour or a grey colour if you've mixed everything together. But if you save it all, you can then chuck it in the back of a mould and then cover it in the gleam or mica powders or whatever you like later on.
So once you've popped it out once, then it probably wouldn't stay in.
It doesn't stay in. So what you
once
need
you've
to
made
do,
it the first time,
if you want to use it as bezel set jewellery, you then need to put a little bit of glue in the back and then just push it back in.
Okay.
And depending on which side you want, you can either have the shiny surface or you can have the textured bit where it's picked up the back like that.
It's like waves crashing.
Yeah. So that's more textured because that's effectively the back of the cabochon that's been created. Or if you turn it over, you get the shiny side.
I love it, I love it. Right.
So it's your choice, but that's a way of storing leftover bits, and then just keep those in a pot for future.
And then just put it back in. So those of you who are interested, I know you're all interested. Should we launch it now? I don't know. Yes, I love it. It kept me in suspense there. You're like, yeah, let's go for it. We're going to bring you all the, so let me show you exactly what it is, because you've got the 3 colours that Hannah's using here. You get the gilding flakes and the gold. And you also get the 3 new moulds. So you get the blue that Hannah's using. This it looks kind of coppery orange. Don't want to throw those away. In the pot, but when I pour it on its own, it's like a goldeny orange.
It's got a golden
It's like
tone.
a coppery rose gold orange. And you get, of course, your whites as well. So you got all 3 of those, plus your 3 brand new moulds with the extra special parts. Sorry, I'm throwing away your jewellery. So you've got all 3 of those. Individually, you can buy these, not now, but one day you will be able to buy them individually for £34.80. There's your pendant. Where? We're launching it at £21.95. You can't tell me things like that and expect me to keep it a secret. £21.95 for them all.
That's a bargain. That really is. It's crazy.
Oh my word! I remember the last time I had some moulds and they sold out in a minute, and it was like poppy moulds, and we only had 1 type of mould. We've got 3 moulds here and 3 different powders, and you don't need that much. I know we've put quite a lot in there,
Oh yeah, I've only
but that's
put
not
lots
even
in.
half the pots.
Exactly.
And, and it's still all in there. Oh my goodness, this is brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So lots and lots of names coming through. Margaret and Anonymous and Worcestershire and Geraldine and Jan and Michelle and Kaylee. Lots and lots of you there. We only had 97. Oh, we will maybe have some left over. We're only allowed, we can only afford to have 97 at this price. Otherwise, you probably won't see us ever again. No, we won't even have money to fire us. They just won't be here. We'll come out to work and the doors will be shut.
Oh no.
If you are thinking, oh, I love that, Ali, but I'm looking for just enamel on its own, I do have a bundle coming up later of just enamel, not the same colours. In fact, what I might try and do is be a pain to our Scott and our floor manager and see if that bundle is about, so I can show you the colours, so you can maybe, if you want to get both, same post and packaging, or you want to make your mind up, if you think, oh, there's different colours I would like, keep watching, because we have some different colours coming up for you as well. I know they're all coming up for you later. So you've got the 3 different colours of the sort of, it's almost like sort of red, white and blue, or coppery orange, white and blue.
Very nearly red, white and blue.
Almost just sort of patriotic colours. And we've already only got 47 left. Ah! All right, go for it. I'm going to get back to Hannah actually, because I want to see what you're doing.
So I can actually show you the bar because it will have dried now. So if I tip this out of the mould, just gently give it a tap. I mean, it only takes a few seconds to dry, but that's what you get on the front, and that's actually quite shiny, and that's even before it's been heat polished.
So heat polished as in, oh, with our hairdryer,
With
that's
the
not
gun.
a hairdryer.
Yeah.
It looks like Barbie's hairdryer last time I saw her, Cindy's.
Shall I quickly show you that before I
Yeah,
do the flower?
please, because I don't.
Okay, so you take your design, whatever you've made. I would probably recommend that you leave it a little bit longer if you're at home before you heat polish, because you want to make sure it's properly set inside.
Ah, okay.
So
maybe because our studio is quite warm still as well.
It's quite warm, but also these are quite deep moulds, so it's quite thick.
Yes, it is actually.
So you need it to be set. But essentially, all heat polishing does is it takes it from a dull surface into a shiny one. So you take your gun, as you called it earlier, your heat gun. And on the heat gun, it's got the low, 0 and high settings on there. So I always use it on the low setting, simply because I don't trust myself with it on high in case I melt it to smithereens.
Now, I've not seen, I don't think I've seen anyone use it on high as yet. Just so you know, we're going to put the price of the heat gun on at the bottom. Now, we had this conversation earlier. The reason you would go for the heat gun, because it looked to me like a hairdryer. I said, it just looks like a hairdryer, why can't you use that? But it's because, if I've got this correct, Hannah, with your hairdryer, it's blow drying, so it's blowing hot air, whereas the heat gun is just heat.
It's
so
just heat,
you don't
and
want
if
to blow
you put that
everything away.
anywhere near your hair, you would not
Burn
have any
your
hair
head.
left.
Yeah, so don't put it near your head.
Don't put it over your
It's not an
hand
alternative.
either. You just have to remember it is hot, very hot, so you just need to be very, very careful. So it's quite noisy, so bear with me. I'm just going to...
Just so you know, there's only 24 of this enamel left. The moulds and everything that's gone.
Going like crazy. So I'm
Yes,
just going to turn it on
almost
a bit
gone,
noisy.
It's not that noisy.
It's not too bad. Well, the high... It does sound a bit like a hairdryer, doesn't it?
Probably sounds worse than a microphone.
So all I'm doing with that is just gently moving it from side to side so that it's getting an even distribution of heat. And then you gradually the surface will warm up and it will just start to slightly melt again. And that's when you get the lovely sort of the iridescence, some of the metallics come through and all the colours just sort of pop into life. But it's one of those things that you do have to keep an eye on it because it happens quite quickly when it goes, and you can go quite quickly from heat polished to slightly melting. So keeping it moving all the time.
And you're using the heat mat just now. We've got one of those coming up if you don't have one, so don't worry.
This heat map's invaluable actually.
Is it?
Yeah, you can cut it into pieces, so you've got little bits to put inside the melt pot.
Oh yeah, I saw little
and
pieces
rest a bezel on it
before.
if you want to. You just basically save any work surface that you're using.
Ah.
There you go, look, it's just starting to go. And the colours come out nicely. And you get this sort of molten look.
You do.
There it goes.
It looks like somebody's just like put a
Coated
slick
it
of
with
gloss
something.
on the top.
Yeah, that's the right way of describing it actually. It looks like it's been glossed.
That's
I'm
amazing.
going to stop there because it's still quite warm inside, so I don't want it to completely collapse. So you give that a couple of seconds and then that will set, but it will stay shiny this time.
Sorry.
So whereas before when you pour it, anything that goes into the mould is kind of a matte finish and anything that's on the upper side is shiny.
Yeah.
Which is why if you pour it into a bezel, it's shiny unless you deliberately turn it over.
Ah, now I understand. So is it $14.95 for the heat gun? Huh. Can you get them anywhere else? I haven't seen them.
I
but
don't know if you can
I've
get
not looked for a
ones.
heat gun.
You can probably get those real intense, rip your paper,
wallpaper
gloss paint off the walls, but they're quite industrial, and I think they would just decimate anything crafty.
That's not $14.95. We pay more for hair dryers these days.
You do. You definitely do.
I'm only comparing it because of hair dryer because it looks like one. That's all.
There we go. So a bit warm, but dry enough. So all I've done with that, I've made 3, and then I've just used these once it's completely dry because you want to if you pick it up and it feels warm, then don't start bending your wires just in case it moves slightly. Need it to be completely set. But then just made a simple wrap loop on the end and attached my chain, and then using the thinner, the featherweight head pins, I've then attached the lapis in the same way and made that first necklace there.
It's so glossy, and that's just the heat gun on top.
It's just because it had the heat gun on top, and of course because you never really know what you're going to get because obviously you put the colours into the mixing pot, but even what you're looking at, you've then got to pour, so you don't know how it's going to finish.
Yeah, exactly. So you might think, oh, I'll put that colour there, and when you start to pour it, all just sort of blends anyway.
Yeah, so you get some really nice, exciting results. It's a bit like you remember marbling ink as a child, and you put it into water, swirl it around, and then place a piece of paper.
Oh yes.
It's a bit like that, but it's enamels.
Oh, and this one we have here is not from this colour of enamels, set of enamels, is it?
It is actually.
Is it?
There's a hint of blue in I can't think what the red colour's called. The Burmese flame with a hint of blue.
So you used 2 to get the red. Because I'm thinking there was no red in there. Where did you get the red from?
It's just the luck really, like the way, because if you look at that compared to that, I mean that looks quite red and that looks quite orange.
Oh, and then if I put that one there, that one looks proper red.
So yeah, that is closer to this with the blue mix.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. It's back to school, isn't it? And back to your
primary and
colours.
secondary and tertiary colours.
I love it, and it's all like swirly in it.
Cute, isn't it?
Oh, it's so cute.
So that's your T-bar necklace or your bar necklace.
Right.
The next thing I was going to do was going to show you the pink flowers.
Poppy flowers.
Although these won't necessarily be pink because I've already got blue in the pot. So if you don't want to mix your colours, then you clean your pot out and start again, but make sure you scoop all of any remaining enamel out, let it cool, and then save it for later.
Because you use your wee spatula. I didn't realise you get a wee spatula with it. You can use your spatula to scoop it out. Just don't use anything sort of metal to scoop it out.
Yeah, you don't want to scratch the surface because it's a non-stick pan. So what I'm going to do now is I'm using these lovely little sort of flower rondelles that we get in the findings pack, and I'm just positioning that into the mould as though it was sort of the stamen of the flower in the middle. So it's kind of in the middle, and putting my pins in either side like that. And I'm
so why would you put the ball end in and not the other end?
I've just done that to give it a bit more purchase. So if you imagine it's got to go in and then stick. Yep. So if it's just a thin pin that's gone in, then it would be easy to slide that out again. Right. Whereas if there's a ball in there, then the enamel will sort of form around the ball,
so there's no,
and make like
no
a little
hole for the
anchor.
ball.
Yeah. So it just makes it. I mean, it just makes it less likely to come out, because I don't honestly think that a normal pin would slide out. But if you caught the necklace or something,
no, it's a good idea. I just wondered.
So and this is another example.
Still learning.
It's good though. It's good as you go along. So I'm going to do the same thing again. You're going to use the top one. Okay. So I'm trying not to get my head in the way. And again, I'm just going to pour this into the mould.
I love it.
And you just got.
It's the best fun ever.
It is great, isn't it?
Oh, look at it go! It's like a milkshake.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, and stop like that.
So you've done that one sort of filled from the middle and just let it seep into the petals.
Yeah, let it seep in. What you'll find is where the pins are, it will take longer to fill those petals. Right. So you need to trust that it's going to sort of go where you need it to go. Right. You can start moving it around, but then you can end up with like a lot in the wrong place.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think that's what I did when I first used it. I was just moving it. I was having loads of fun. I was like, look at it go.
But no, it just generally it kind of takes a couple of goes, bit of practice, but then once you've got used to it, it's quite. Well, it's quite obedient.
I love this.
It goes where you want it to, unless you're doing something really, really small and you want a little dollop and you're having to use a great big melting pot to create it. So
you can maybe use your spatula and like.
Yeah, you could. That would be good. I've made some earrings in the next kit, and it must have taken me probably about 12 attempts to actually get them in there because I just kept getting too much.
That's what you need for the whoops of fame. We have a text message for our Hannah. If you want to text us in, please do. I'll read this one first. It's from Shan in Denbighshire. It's a wee question for you. Hi Ali and Hannah, loving the designs today. Hannah, how do you use the gleam on enamel, and do you ever use the heat gun on the higher speed?
Well, with the gleam question to start with. Yep. What I tend to do with the gleam is if you've got something that's got a bit of texture to it, so if you've used a textured mould or you've, as I'll show a bit later with the stencil that I've got, I've kind of used that as a mould even though it's not. Right. Once it's cooled down, I then take a little bit of the gleam, which is effectively, it's like a wax, it's a coloured wax. Just run my finger around the top of it and just lightly brush over it, and then anything that's got a slightly raised surface will catch the gleam. Right. And then if you let that set for, well, I'd say a good sort of 20-30 minutes to make sure it's completely set, you can then lightly buff that as well. Okay. And then I have tried it before the heat gun and I've tried it after the heat gun, and generally speaking, I don't think it really matters which way round you do it.
Doesn't make much difference.
But you do get a different finish.
Right.
So
depends. You maybe try it yourself.
If you use the heat gun first, and then put the gleam over the top, I find it's a more shiny kind of finish. Okay. Whereas if you put the gleam on first, it because the gleam's heating up as well, it almost kind of bubbles. Ooh. So you get a more sort of textured, rougher kind of finish.
Ooh, I think I like the first one.
Yeah, that's one to play with though. And the heat gun on high, I have used it, and the reason that I've used it is when I've made a mistake, and I've tried setting something into the jewel enamel, which I'll show you in a minute actually, but I haven't been careful in how I've poured it, so I've got a section where there's not enough enamel to cover the piece of wire that I've put in. Oh. So I've whacked it on high and then kind of sort of chasing the enamel around to make sure that the back piece goes molten enough to then move where I want it. I wouldn't recommend you do that on the front of the piece because it is obvious that you've got sort of layers.
Yeah, and you should have moved that around.
So yeah, it's kind of my emergency. Oh my gosh, that's going to look awful. Quick, go for it, and then just trace it around.
All right.
And you can do it. I mean, I've done it with the bezel as well, where I've flipped it over to get the other side and then changed my mind and thought, well, actually, I like that side.
We need you for the Whips of Fame. You are perfect.
I'm the queen of it. Like, oh dear, I've done that wrong. How do I get out of this? So
happy mistakes.
So I flipped it over, and then because you've got the textured side, you end up with it's hard to explain it. Hang on, have I popped that out? Look.
Just to let you know, I think did you say the jewellery enamel is sold out with the mould? Completely sold, those jewellery enamel molds. I do have 2 other jewellery enamel bundles. Which one should we do, the 5 or the 4? Well, let's show you them all and then you can make your mind up. Will that help you? We're going to do the 5 for now. And the 4 are more whites and blues and a little bit red. In fact, the 4 are a little bit like the colour that I'll show you them anyway.
I'm just going to load this up for the last
for everyone that missed out on those ones, we've got these ones coming up later on. You have to keep your eyes posted for them. In a couple of hours maybe we'll do those 4. They're similar to the colours that we've just had, but because we've just had them, we're going to bring you these ones, which I'm pretty excited about. Purple sapphire you've got in this one, light pewter, oh I love that one, the light silver. And then I can't see the other ones because I put them on top. That was a bit silly. Amethyst and fire opal. Oh, I love this one. It's like my favourite colour, peachy pink.
It's beautiful, that is.
So we've got all 5 of these for you now.
That's almost pearlescent when it's fired as well.
Is it? Oh, there they are. That's
Melted.
much better than me. Because every time I open them, I just want to pour them in the mould, in the melting pot, and then in a mould. So,
okay. So quickly finish off what I was saying earlier. So I'd flip the piece over. I got the textured side and then changed my mind, but I wanted the textured side to be the top. So I just used the heat gun to melt that back in, so that you got the shiny surface on that side as well. And I did that on high because I just wanted it to be really quick.
And you melted it from the top?
Melted it from the top, but then of course it will then pop out and you have to glue it.
Yep. Okay.
So that was that one. Then this is going to be set. Hopefully I can turn the flower out. So just go like that.
I love it. I actually love it.
So this is kind of a lilac flower.
That is so
pretty. But you've got the little, I used to call these lice. They were sold as something called lice when I first got into jewellery making.
Really?
But like a little rondelle. And there's an example of, I've added 4 in just for decoration.
These are so cool.
So I mean, you could do anything. You can put like little spirals of wire in. You could put other findings in, and all I do is make sure that they're in the mould first.
Yep, and then it goes around.
And then do that. So the last thing I wanted to show you.
Can you put gemstones in?
I don't see why not.
It depends on the hardness of the gem, I guess. Depending on how hot it is.
And also
it might change the colour of it if it's been treated.
Yeah,
or
that's what I was going to say. But it depends on the opaqueness as well. So I'm just going to move this. So I'm just thinking, because some of the gemstones really need the light behind it, don't they?
Yeah, just out of curiosity, if you've got some leftover ones that you've got in a scoop or something,
yeah,
and you're thinking, oh, they've not got enough of those to put in a design, what would I do with that?
Well, you could try it, because if you don't like it, chuck it back in the pot and then you can fish the gemstone out again. I'd recommend using tweezers. Yeah. But, you know, otherwise, because it's a bit like hot wax.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of a ow for a few seconds. But
yeah, but you don't want to.
Yeah, it's
don't
not
want to hot wax yourself.
So the last demo I wanted to show you very quickly.
Can I just quickly say they're £16 for the 5?
Yeah. Sorry.
No, why are you saying sorry? It's me. It's because
trying to get things through
everybody wants what you've got, and they've gone. So I'm trying to make sure we've got something else for you. If you missed out on the last one, just so you know, they're only £16 for all of those. Oh, there's loads in there.
There is. It's going to take a while for it to melt. Too much in. But while that's melting, I can show you the framework.
That's amazing.
So let that melt. So there it is. The other thing I want to show you. So the what was going to be the bracelet and turned into a necklace.
Yes, this one.
I don't know if you want to we're going to really mess things up by bringing it over here.
No, I'll bring it over.
So if I just explain it, it was going to be a bracelet whereby the sort of the pear drop shapes were going to alternate. So yeah, it was kind of going to go one up, one down, one up, one down, like that. But because I've not used the jig for the framework, it wouldn't have sit properly. So I've ended up putting them all together as a necklace.
Right.
And then all I've done, like to make the framework, each one of these has got the wirework frame set into it. And it looks a little bit like, I don't know if you've ever had your teeth straightened as a child, but it looks a bit like...
Yes, the worst thing in my life.
Looks a bit like a plate.
Oh, you mean at the top of your... I didn't have one of those.
So I've made that just using some 1mm wire.
The wire that we had for the gemstones?
Yeah, the wire that was with gemstones. And then I literally just cut a length off. And then I've not been terribly scientific with it, and I've literally just stuck my round nose pliers in and made a loop. And then moved along slightly and then made another loop. And then again for the third. Very quick like that. They're probably a bit too spaced out. It's up to you. You could do this with any mould, you see. It just depends on how big a mould you're using and how much space you want. And then crossed it over. You have to make sure that it's going to go and sit inside the mould. So
it's not too big.
So you need to have sort of like a little dip in your wire before you start the other side. And then start again with your 3 loops. One like that. And then one like that, and the third one, like that. And then what I do with that is then offer that up to your mould.
And just so you know, the wire that Hannah is using is in the bundle, which is in the bottom screen at 1785.95. That's awesome. That's with the 3 strands of gemstones that were used in the necklace as well as the wire.
So I've got my random kind of like tooth plate shape, and I'm just going to offer it up like this, and you need to make sure that at least 2 pieces of the wire will dip into where the enamel's going to be poured.
Oh, so it'll be basically it'll be in the middle, it'll all sort of surround around it.
And then the loops need to sit obviously on the outside edge. So you have to play around with it until it sort of sits inside your mould, but not so far down that it's going to stick out the front of your mould.
Oh yeah, I would have done that. I would have pushed it right down to the bottom. I would have done.
And you might get a spiky front plate.
Yeah, could you imagine?
So a bit like that. And I've got 2 just because I was going to, if they set fast enough, I'll show you how I've connected them together. That one just needs a bit of tweaking because it's not sitting flush. Like that. There we go. And then I'm just going to pour in my
I'll just move that out of the way.
enamel again. Hoping it's all melted. I'm sure it has now. Yeah, lovely. So I'm not sure if I've got enough in here for both, but I'm hoping I have.
It comes out so fast. It's like an operation.
It is pretty manic actually when you're doing several together.
It's like so slow. You put it in, it all melts. You put
And
them
then
all
it's go,
together,
go,
and it's
go,
like,
go.
whoa, get it in there.
I did say I was a bit gung-ho with it though. I'm like, way, get it in
It matches
there.
your outfit.
Well, you know, there might have been a little bit of planning there.
That's brilliant.
I colour coordinate everything. It's my mother's fault.
It's awesome. It's not a bad thing, is it? It's fabulous.
Quite often my son goes to nursery wearing the same colours as me as well, and I always said I would never do that, and I do. I can't help it. I'm just a colour freak.
Don't put him in pink.
So no, not pink, but sometimes lime green or yellow. You know, he's all right.
That's all right.
Mostly blues. He's all right.
I don't have to worry about that. You've got, just so you know, the price on screen is for your £16 for your 5 pots. All 5 of the pots. And then you've also got yourself, your moulds have sold out. I'm really, really sorry. We do have we got some other moulds? Yeah, we do. Some other ones coming up, different ones, but we've got some more moulds coming up later. as well as the bezel set molds as well. So don't worry if you fall in love with these ones that are in the pendants that Hannah's used for the hearts and the ovals. These are coming up later as well. Part of our resin kit that we've got coming up, so do not worry, you've not missed it at all. We got any melting pots left? Oh, we do. We do, perfect. So the hair gun, heat gun,
don't put it in your hair.
Heat gun, don't put it in your hair. The heat gun is at $14.95. If there's any left, treat yourself. Free phone number to call on 0800 644 655 or JewelleryMaker.com. We've put down sort of as much as we can at the bottom of the screen. If there's anything that's missing you need to see, it'll be on the website. If not, you can check with the call centre because they are great and they'll be able to help you.
So I'm hoping, I don't want to tip them out too soon because again, they're quite thick.
There's a lot, there's a lot in them.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they're touch dry, but I just want to give it a little bit.
It's at least a centimetre or two.
Yeah, they're quite chunky.
I'm still in love with this purple colour.
It's cute, isn't it? So that one, once I'd made 3 of those, I would just cut the wire down so there's about 1 centimetre sticking out of either side, and then just use the round nose pliers to curl it into a loop, and then just threaded it on as you would a normal rosary chain on the necklace.
So that one's all glossy because it was the front of the mould.
Yeah.
And the back of it's not glossy because it wasn't being poured into anything, so it had nothing to sort of give it that.
That's right.
It didn't have the same amount of weight on it, did it?
But if you wanted that side to be shiny, you just use the heat gun.
Use the heat gun so you could have shiny all over.
Yeah.
So it depends if you pour it and you think, oh, I really like that, I'll make that the front, or if you don't, you'll put it back.
Absolutely. I mean, and again, if you don't like it at all.
I love it. And they're so light, which is why I love them.
You can see though, can't you? If you get really close to that, you can see where the enamel's been poured. I guess you can see it on the raspberry ripple effect there. You can see how the enamel's landed.
Amazing.
It's quite cute, isn't it?
And I'm trying to, this is terrible because it's yours, I'm trying to squash it to see if it'll bend. It's rock hard.
It shouldn't
you
move
can't
at
put
all.
your nail, you can't make an imprint or anything. Not that I'm trying to make an imprint. But you know what I mean? I'm trying to see how solid is this, how it's easy to damage. It's really not. It's really awesome.
This is still warm, but I can use it now. So I'm just turning these out then. That's the first one.
That's amazing. Oh, and it's still a wee bit warm.
But look how different they are from the same pot. That's really cute. I like that one.
What one?
This one.
I like this one. Can I have this one?
Yeah.
Oh, everyone likes that one. Looks like I get to keep this one myself. It's hot though.
It's still
hot.
warm. It's still warm. So have I got time to show you
I
how
love
to turn
the
that
smell
into something,
of
or
it.
shall I just explain?
Have we got time? 9 minutes.
Yeah, we'll show you. So
We'll give it a go.
Gonna take a piece of my beading thread then. Obviously do this when they're cool. Don't do them when they're still warm. I'm only doing it just for the sake of the show. So if you wanted to do the bracelet, all I'd do with those is then just turn one upside down so that the links sit together.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, obviously, if you want to do it neater, then a jig is the obvious way forwards.
Right.
This is very organic, very kind of like, yeah, just make a loop, just make a loop. So this is very handtastic, if you like.
I like handtastic. Can I get you something around the way?
I was just going to get 3 of my gemstones, a piece of the beading thread, and a couple of crimp beads. And what I'm doing is I'm threading a crimp bead onto the thread to start with, and then I'm taking one of the loops on one of my pieces and threading the beading thread back through and effectively crimping it to the section. It's not going to behave itself.
Pesky wee
Go
crimp.
in there, go on, like that, and crimp tool somewhere. So I'm just going to crimp that shut.
Don't worry if you don't have any tools. We've got some tools coming up later. So don't worry if you're thinking, oh, I want this and I need some tools. We'll get them on in a wee bit.
Okay, just trim off any excess wire that you don't want. And then I'm going to thread on
Where'd it go? It's over
a
here.
gemstone.
Oh yeah.
And then thread on another crimp bead. And you've got to find the corresponding loop on your next piece, otherwise you'll end up in a real pickle.
I hadn't even worked out how you'd done that. I just looked at it and thought it was all chain.
You could do it with wire, you could do it with chain. I've just chosen to do it with beading thread because I thought it was it sort of sat nicely, nice and fluid.
Yeah, it does. It sits really nice.
So corresponding loops, gone for the top ones in this case, and just thread this back through your crimp bead and then pull them together. Oops. Like that. And then just using my crimping tool, again, squish it down, fold it over and trim off the excess. And then just do that all the way down.
So your middle and your bottom.
So the middle one, I'm going to use one of these coated clear quartzes. Is that a word, quartzes? Or is quartz the plural of quartz?
Quartzes. I would say quartz, I think.
It's just quartz, isn't it?
I haven't said quartzes in the past, but I can't say it's wrong.
I think it sounds wrong.
I say jai when people say J, so I can't say anything.
Jai?
Yeah.
Jai?
People keep getting me to say the alphabet recently. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. But apparently you say JK.
JK, yeah.
It's 8 years and nobody's got used to it yet.
Think of the singer.
What singer?
JK.
No, but that's the way in Scotland you get taught how to say the alphabet, though.
Do you?
It's not like I've just made it up. No, that's how you get taught to say Jai.
I didn't realise
Text us
that.
in. 0800 655 655 644 655 is a free phone number. My mum was an English teacher in a high school, in a primary school. She taught English as well as other mediums, but 60777. Drop me a text if you've ever heard Jai. That's how we say. We say Jai.
I don't doubt it. I've just not heard that before.
Yeah, no, nobody has. It happened in the late shift. They're used to it now because it's happened about 1 million times now. So when I read out codes, they just laugh and they know I'm going to do it. Scott knows. But yeah, let me know how you say it. Or if there's anything you want to ask Hannah, it's probably a bit better question. Then let us know.
How to pronounce J. So just gonna crimp that like that. Might have done it a little bit tight actually, because you want, depending on how you want your necklace to sit.
Oh yeah, if you want this.
So I've done that quite rigid. I'm thinking because the necklace I've made up there actually is more graduated.
Yeah.
Perhaps do like the middle one slightly looser than the top, and then the same for the bottom.
Yeah.
But it's the same principle. You just keep going, using crimps, using a little piece of your beading thread, whatever beads you like, and then I mean you could make as many of those as you liked if you wanted to. You could have a great big sort of collar almost, couldn't you?
Yeah. Could you make a ring with it?
What, with jewel enamel itself? I'm sure you could. All you'd need to do is
They're a bit big, eh?
Well, yeah, but that's fun, isn't it? Yeah, I think if you were going to do a ring, I think what I'd do is probably make the ring shank first on your mandrel, and then have some excess wire on the top, and then you'd need to be able to support it so that say that was your mould, you need the ring to be able to be supported on something, and just have I don't know how you explain it. So
if I did
that's your ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the metal.
Yeah.
And then you'd have to have an excess piece here that went into the enamel. So maybe do a spiral or something. Yeah, actually do a spiral. That would work. So you make your shank with a spiral on the top, and then the spiral is the bit that goes into your molten enamel.
And you pour it around it.
And then you probably need to balance it on pins or something as well, because you don't want it to sink to the bottom.
I mean, could I put in here loads of wire, like really thick wire sticking out, stick it my finger, and then just wrap it around?
Yeah,
would that work?
well, you could.
It's a really bad way of making jewellery. I'm like, can I just bend them down and make a ring?
Yeah, but if you did do that though, Ali, if you bent that down,
yeah,
you'll see you're going to get gaps there.
So if I made the ring,
wrap it,
and then wrap that round, like bent it down, and then wrapped it round the top of a ring you'd already made.
Yeah, you
could do that. So use those bits.
There's no sort of right or wrong.
And then you could tie that round a ring that you already made.
Yeah, you could do that.
So no, it just looks so cool. I want to wear it as a ring. Sorry.
It's really fun. Well, no, that was kind of it basically, because you just carry on doing the same thing to make the necklace. So yeah, so we've got the normal molten liquid into the bezel, and then if you want it to stay in the bezel, you need to pop it out, glue it, and pop it back in. Or you can have the flip side for the matte finish.
Right.
We've got the little flowers where we put the inlaid spacers or whatever you want to use. We've got the bars with the gilding flakes, and if you want to have the shiny surface, you just use the heat gun.
Yep.
And then we've got these little teardrops, which I've turned into a necklace instead of a bracelet.
I love it. So I just had to go. There she go, Ali. You got a message. Kaylee in Lancashire said, my granny was Scottish and she said Jai too. Yay! Go granny. Anonymous, I'm a Fifer. I pronounce Jai in the same way. Thank you. Fife.
Well, there you go. Well, it's taught me something today. I didn't know that.
Did you know?
No, I didn't know.
We've got another one. Hi all, it's JM. I'm loving the show. Being from Glasgow, I pronounce Jai the same way as all. Yes! See, this is how we do it. It's very rare that anyone ever agrees with me. In the late shift, everyone laughs. We've got 1 minute before we need to jump back and show you some findings actually, and we'll bring you the other pots as well. Can I quickly, am I allowed to use your pot?
Yeah.
Can I just put all the different colours in a little bit so you can see all the different colours?
Well,
just so you can see each colour individually.
Clear that out then, and then show you. Right, if you're clearing up, you literally just pour
40
it
seconds
straight onto your heat mat, like this.
Ah, we've got 30 seconds.
Go on, chuck it in, chuck it in, chuck it in. So the bit I've
Oh, it's come off
got
the
you.
spatula. It's hot.
It's like wax, isn't it? There you go. Look, it's melting. There you go.
Right, we've got to go in 15 seconds. So there's all the different colours, and if you stick with us, I'll show you on the other side what they all look like when they're melted. So if I was you, I wouldn't go anywhere because Hannah and I have got more fun to come. See you in a bit.
Come and join guest designer Louise Jacobson on our Jewel Enamel workshop. Louise will guide you through how to get started in this creative medium, learn how to mix colours, add glitters and Angelina fibres, how to shape your enamel, add patterns and textures, and much more. The full course includes a selection of jewel enamel colours, a selection of gemstones, silver-plated copper wire, glitters, gilding flakes and Angelina fibres, use of all relevant tools including the Jewel Enamel kit, a buffet-style lunch and refreshments, a tour of the studio and museum, and a chance to visit the shop. All of this for just $79.95. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. JewelleryMaker course gift vouchers are now available. You can choose from a bronze, silver or gold voucher. Each voucher is worth a different amount that entitles you to put towards a course of your choice. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Here at the Genuine Gemstone Company, we are happy to announce that our studio store is now open. If you attend any of our courses, you can now browse through special items, get exclusive discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Become an exclusive customer at the studio store. For more information on available courses and dates, please contact our call centre. The new studio store. The experience just got better. JewelleryMaker ships to the following countries. We offer 2 delivery services, standard and premium. So wherever you are in the world, JewelleryMaker are never far away.
When shopping with JewelleryMaker, you can add as many items to your order in one day and only pay 1 postage and packaging charge. We have 2 delivery options. Standard delivery at just £2.95 and you'll receive your parcel within 4 to 6 days. Or opt for our premium delivery at just £4.95 and you'll receive your parcel within 3 to 4 days. Happy shopping with JewelleryMaker.
If you have a question or query for JewelleryMaker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2. Or alternatively, you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
Well, I had so much fun watching Hannah with the enamel. I wanted to pour all the colours out. If you saw us on the other side of the break, you'd have seen that we poured all of the different colours that you could get at the top 5 that we're just offering for £16 in the melting pot. Now this is a melted, so you've got like a silver, a sort of black sapphire, a purple, a turquoisey pink, and this is what the remaining of the previous piece that Hannah popped on.
That's the bit that I poured out, and that's what you just save until next time.
You just drop it back in it. Oh, that's really cool. It's like a face.
It's a smiley, big smiley face. See, the enamel loves to be used.
So we're going to show, we just poured, well, sorry, I didn't do anything. Hannah just poured this directly onto the heat mat, which is great because you just like picked it off. You can't even see where it was.
Yeah.
Can't even work out where it was.
Yeah, just pick it up and then you can stick it in a pot for another time.
Perfect. So the heat mat, which is what we've been using, Hannah's been using. I've got one here for you. It is 500 by 400 millimeters, and it's at £9.95. Oh no, I broke the seal. So do you use? Are they both shiny sides? Or they're both the same?
Yeah,
aren't they?
it doesn't matter which
side. Awesome. These are the ones that I've seen cut up into little squares.
Yeah.
And you could put putting in the oven. So you could even if it was too big, because you don't need all of this really, do you? You could slice that and use wee bits for the oven, couldn't you?
Yeah,
could you
use it in the oven. You could use it if you're. I think you can use polymer clay in the melting pots as well. If you put it on a piece of that, but you can only cook sort of one side at a time, so it has to be quite thin. But that just stops it from burning. And also, if you want to put bezels straight into there, so you put if you want like sort of a concave effect, you put your enamels into a bezel. And then pop that onto a piece of the heat-resistant mat in there with it on, and then it sort of melts, and you get like the concave instead of the domed effect.
Like these sort of bezels.
Is it concave or convex?
What?
One's down, one's up. So
Vix goes out, concave goes in because it caves in.
Okay.
I always think of a cave.
If you pour it, you get the dome, and if you just melt it in the bezel, then it'll go downwards the other way.
So the moulds are coming up that Hannah's talking about. We're going to pour it and make the flower. Me? Yeah. Hannah said I could do it. Hannah suggested it. Maybe a bad idea.
If you
Can
pour
you do the
spatula
shovel? Bit? Yeah. Shovel.
Some of that in there.
Let's get it on.
Right, pour.
I'm scared.
Just aim for the middle.
I'm aiming for the middle.
Go.
I love it. You get that. Yeah, that would be a great Christmas present. They're all going, oh, we all know what to get Ali for Christmas, melting liquid.
Get there, go.
Oh.
That's it.
Sorry.
That's it.
Wow. Look at it. It's amazing. Oh, no,
no, don't move it yet. Give it a few seconds.
I wanted to lift it up to show you.
Look at this.
It'll be like stick. It'll like freeze halfway in the air. It'll go
actually
hard.
Probably be quite an interesting effect, but perhaps not as pretty as
that's
in the mould.
In the mould, yeah. I'm going to leave it there for a minute. But can we put it back in so everyone can see how it melts?
Yeah,
I know you just scraped all out, but this is so cool. You ready?
Back in shot. Literally just chuck it in.
And it'll
take a while because it's quite a big piece there.
Yeah, because it's quite a fat piece.
Chuck all your bits
just put the wire in there, anything else in there. It's so amazing. You just pop it back in, it melts.
There it goes, it's starting to slide.
How amazing is that? We all just sit and watch it melt.
We just sit and watch it melt, yeah.
Sorry, I'm fascinated by this too. And I was really sad because the last time we had it, it sold out and we only had 35 and it went. So I'm really sad. So all of those jewellery enamels that we had were at £16. You can get them if you fancy those colours. I really like those colours. Even more so that the other colours sold out. I'm going to leave this mould and my melted enamel in the safe, capable hands of Hannah.
I'd say it's still tacky, so
still
you want
wet,
to let it
so
set.
I'll leave it for now. But I've got more jewellery enamel coming up, so do not worry if you missed it. Heat map is available at £9.95. Hannah, I will see you shortly. Well,
okay.
I'll see you from over there, but I'll be able to come back and bring the whole camera crew with me.
Okay.
The whole. Who's behind the camera? Carrie. She's still there. Oh, you did that very okay. You can see her behind the camera. She's so slim. She's like manoeuvring behind it. Where's she gone? There she is. Right, so I've got lots to bring you. I'm Ali Defoy. If you've just tuned in, it's great to see you. I've got a little bit of extra for you now. Oh yeah. I'm going to jump into some more findings. Oh, we love a good finding. It's a silver version of the gold one that we had a moment ago. Did you see that? Well, I'm saying a moment ago. Gosh, it was ages ago. It's like an hour and a half ago. Woo! This is how we do it. Doesn't work the same on the day shift. I should maybe curb my singing. Save that for the evening. Right, this chain. What was that, sorry? Don't want to I don't want to give you all the fun during the day. What are you going to do at night time if I do that? Right, so we've got all those wonderful chain. A full metre of chain. You've got to bear in mind, I used to work on the overnight shift, so I used to finish at 3 in the morning. So the things you could get away with there, with price point wise, gosh. Oh, I love that and that together. We've got a wee fancy space. Oh, we do. We've got that sort of Chanel style spacer. That, well, sorry, other jewellery designers out there are available, like Gucci and I don't know. We'll go with Guess. It was that clasp that everyone fell for. It was like a couple of £100 just for a necklace, just because of the clasp. Everyone was like, oh, that designer clasp. So when we had a kit the other day, everyone wanted, well, it flew out the door, and I think that clasp had a massive part to play. Love it. Oh. So, I've already got quite a few people getting a hold of this one. Thank you very, very much. You get yourself 115 pieces. You get your, all silver plated on top of your solid copper, which means you get a great price point. 2-inch extender chain, $6.95. Well, there you go. It's an add to your order if you've opened one. Do you not think? I think so. $2.95. If you've opened your order already, it's an absolute must to add in. You've got crimp beads in here, you've got jump rings in here, shepherd hooks, 4 pairs, 2 with spiral at the top and 1 with an eye, and your 3 different types of head pins, your featherweight head pins, your flat nose head, or not flat nose, flat head pins, your round, and your crimp covers in there as well, and your mini toggle clasp with an organza bag to get all in too. Love it. Mornings and great to see lots and lots of you showing an interest. Thank you very much. But for $6.95, I mean, that 115 pieces, it's fabulous, isn't it? Especially when we haven't usually done this out with a kit. We've only ever really done them in a kit. Premier on its own, as in not having to get wire and finding wire and gemstones, because you might have seen it before and you might have already think, oh, I've got beading thread at home, I've got my elastic, I've got my monofilament from previous kits that I've not used up, still got some left. All I really want is the actual findings. I could buy strands, I prefer myself. The kits are a great way of getting people started and getting yourself started for the first time. Also, if you like the gemstones, you know you can't really go wrong if you get a kit because they're designed to go together, but it's nice to get your own findings and to be able to have that opportunity yourself. Now, if there's a slight delay in the phone lines, please forgive me for that. It's a really, really busy day. And I know obviously that's not your fault, please forgive me, but it's a slight delay, it's nothing major, and it's a free phone number, which makes it even more fun, doesn't it? It's completely free, you can still watch the show. Do you know what I do? Probably shouldn't tell you this, I put it on loudspeaker and then wait for them to answer. But then, just make sure when they do answer, you reply. Because sometimes I get so engrossed in the show, there'll be someone going, hello, hello. Like, oh, I was on the phone, sorry, hello. So just make sure that you remember you're on the phone. Right, should I leave that with you? Because I want to show you this toolkit. Everybody's been asking about this toolkit. Regular viewers, sorry, I know you probably already got one. But it might be a nice gift to give somebody else for Easter. That would be nice. Do you know what my best Easter present was ever? I was really, really lucky. Instead of getting an Easter egg, I asked to not have an Easter egg, and I asked if everyone could put money together who would get me an Easter egg, and just gave me a little handbag. That's my best Easter present. I got a wee handbag, a wee mini handbag.
Great idea.
And then that way, I used it all the time instead of eating chocolate all the time. I thought it was a really good idea. So maybe you want to get somebody a toolkit. Maybe instead of getting them an Easter egg, you can pay fortunes on Easter eggs at the minute. Absolute fortunes, can't you? Blew me away the other day in the shops looking at prices of Easter eggs. Crazy. Who would spend £25 on an Easter egg? Might be the size of your head, but it's hollow. In fact, that's a bit like your head as well, isn't it? Hee hee, that's a wee joke. Sorry, not sorry. So you get your flat nose pliers, your wire cutters. Oh, I was reading that information, I'll just do it myself. Your scoop, you get your tweezers, you get your rounding tool, you get your little your little storage boxes or storage tubs. You get, that's your snips. You get your round nose pliers. You get your that's your reamer there, and you've got your flat nose pliers. Now, I have a question, because we call these flat nose pliers, but somebody said to me, they don't call them flat nose pliers. They're flat pliers, because the tip's rounded. So there's ones that are square at the end, which are known as flat nose pliers. But because these are rounded, they called them, was it round nose flat pliers? Have you heard of this?
I've heard of chain nose pliers and flat
Chain nose pliers. So these chain nose pliers, because of the nose of them, and the flat nose pliers are the square ones.
Yeah, so that's a chain nose.
The ones in my hand are chain nose.
Hang on, I'll come to it.
Come in. So yeah, so these are chain nose pliers. So it says flat nose pliers, but they're not. Yes, we've been calling them wrong for all this time. 4 years, Scott. Yeah. Can I show the other? Have we got other ones there that are actual flat nose pliers?
I haven't got a proper flat one, no.
We haven't got proper flat ones. Means it's flat. So these curl in, so it means you can get in tighter, whereas the flat ones are a little bit more like the end of a. What's the screwdriver that's straight? Not the Phillips one, what's the other one? One's got a wee star shape on it, and one's flat.
Flathead and a Phillips.
Oh, flathead. Oh, well there you go. Yeah. Not explaining this very well, am I? If only we had some, I would show you. So, they are chain nose pliers, but they're flat as well, if that makes any sense. You got your tweezers, you got your wire cutters, your round nose, chain nose pliers, your snips, your reamers, and your cutters. There, your cutters. Really comfortable, these tools to hold. I like them. These are ones you use at home, Hannah, as well.
Yes, yeah, I've got.
You don't have to say yes if they're not. You don't have to say.
I've got quite a few different pliers, and depending on what I'm doing and how long I've been making for, because sometimes your hands start hurting, so I use some that have got a slightly more chunky handle. Yeah. But quite often I start with those anyway.
It's great for a starter. I've got the big toolkit, so that's only because my mum got it when Jewellery Maker launched. My mum got all these tools and all these things, and I've managed to get them, which is great. But of course, with these, you've got, first time, you've got yourself, not only do you get the tools, but you also get a DVD, you get yourself their hub, which comes out every month, and you also get yourself the JM magazine. So if you want to watch the DVD, to maybe do that loop that Hannah was doing earlier, if you thought, oh, how did she do that so quickly, how can I do that? You've got it on the DVD, as well as in the booklet. It's got pictures, sort of one step at a time pictures, so you can follow pictures depending on how you like it. And you also get the hub telling you what's on now and again. If you want to see what's in the DVD, it can give you a wee idea of what's on it. But you get all this for free. We would give it you every order, but then what's the point in having the same DVD every time you join us? So we offer it to, of course, those of you who are joining us for a first order. But then if you do wish for it again, if you want to give a gift to somebody, just let us know. We'll send that for free. It's not a problem. But this is an idea of what you're doing on the first DVD. Oh, it's putting your nail polish in the end. Or you could use the thread zapper. Have you tried the thread zapper, Hannah?
I have. Yeah.
That is the best invention ever.
You just want to zap everything, though,
I do want to zap everything. Oh, it's amazing. We had it the other day, but it's sold out. Don't worry, I missed out on it as well. This is cool. Oh, I've got it all going on. If you're watching on the web, this will look ridiculous because you won't see what I'm doing. You can join us on JewelleryMaker.com. Just in case you didn't know. What is that? Over 80 how-to tutorials. What's that? Oh, over 80 tutorials. I thought you meant if you're over 80 you can watch them. Like, what does that mean? Over 80 tutorials to watch. Makes sense. You can join us JewelleryMaker.com, or you can join us on YouTube on our Jewellery Maker page. If you want to watch any of the previous shows, you can watch them all. It's no problem at all, and be lovely to see you. Right, get some chain. Oh, chain sold out earlier, so if you want to get some chain, I've got some. Oh, ooh, I've never seen one of these. Not got many. How many have I got? 18. So I probably shouldn't open this one then. Did you just say just do it? Oh, this is exciting. 10 meters of gold-plated copper chain, 3 by 2mm links. I could just gingerly open it so you can see the chain so it doesn't go everywhere. Oh, if you want some ginger, oh yeah, sorry, they've just said that's one of those strange Scottish sayings, isn't it? If you ask for some ginger, you get juice. And I was like, if I ask for ginger, oh yeah, my gran used to say, do you want some ginger? You get some juice. Yeah, but not actual ginger. It's not ginger juice. It's just ginger means juice. So for £12.95. I forgot that. I haven't said that in years. A glass of ginger. Oh yeah. So, plenty of chain in there. Of course, 10 meters worth of chain. Do you think £12.95 good deal, Hannah? Not good deal.
For the
all
whole
right
lot?
deal. Yeah, for 10 meters.
That's brilliant.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
You happy with that?
Absolutely.
Hannah's happy. Do you want to see how Hannah's cleaning the melting pot? Should we show quickly? Hannah's cleaning the melting pot.
Okay.
Just some tissue.
So I've poured the old enamel out, and I'm just using tissue. It's still switched on, still on full. Don't put water anywhere near it though, that's the main thing.
So I've just had a message from Justine in Cumbria who says, excellent as always. What's that regarding the chain? Yes, the chain. Excellent, I like that comment. Loving your work. So now you know how to clean it out. Sorry, if you're just tuned in, you're thinking, clean what out? The chain? No, clean out the melting pot. Are there any melting pots left? I really want one. Yes! 10 left. Oh, I'm excited. Right, I'll leave that chain there. I got excited because there's other chain in there as well. Really? Oh, okay. Don't think I'm allowed to do that one. Gosh, there's all these boxes in here. What's going on? I've got loads for you today. Big balls. Well, these are lovely. These solid silver. I don't have a... Yeah. Beads then. You know me. If it's a big... Fine. Telling me off. Well, never been seen on once before. Was that with myself? I think it was, if you know. It was! See? I've got a good memory. I remember there were solid silver balls and I got really excited about them because there's such a big hole in the middle. It means you can fit lots of different mediums through them. Can't you? They're 5mm in size. You get 40 pieces. I'm just trying to think if we've got... Oh, we do. Hannah, may I borrow your 1mm gauge wire?
Yes.
Because it's definitely going to fit through. They're 5mm round. I just want to see how it fits, because I'm sure you can fit your thread through here. Thank you so much.
There you go.
Oh, thanks. Easily fit on there. I'm sure you could fit your 125 on there as well. For $8.95, solid sterling silver balls, and you get 40 of them. Is that amazing? Is that amazing? Sorry, the other night I couldn't forget about that. Solid sterling silver, 40 of them. They're not plated, they're solid silver. There's a store, I'm going to tell you about this. Regular viewers, you'll know this, you're probably bored of this story, but it's a real story, so it really upsets me. Not that much that I'm going to cry, but it upsets me a little bit. In Marylebone High Street, there is a little boutique shop, and there they send, this is ridiculous, a little bit of ribbon, like cord, and it's got a ribbon cord ending on either end, and it's got 5 crimp beads that have been squashed, crimped. That bracelet is £30. And it's not solid silver, and these are solid silver balls. You could make something like that with a little bit of ribbon and have a few balls in the middle. My mum's got a beautiful, beautiful bracelet. I love it. It was given as a gift from my uncle, actually. It's a solid gold bracelet with just some balls, and they move around the bracelet. It's the most beautiful bracelet. So simple, but so stunning. And just thinking what people charge elsewhere. And it's solid silver as well. I'm sorry, but that's amazing. I'm not sorry, actually. Sorry, not sorry. £8.95. Get yourself some before they go. Amanda knows where it's at. Belinda's in, Lynn's in, Jane's in, Durham, Vera's in. If Vera's in, that means you've got to be in. That's the way it is. Vera knows what she's talking about. She's in. Do I want some moulds? I don't know about that. Yeah. Oh, you know me too well, Scott. My producer, Scott, realised if he says something in my ear, I probably will tell you. I'm not very good at keeping secrets. I'm not up for secrets. If I can help you, I'll tell you. £8.95. Lynn's in, great to see you. Janet's in. Well, I leave that with, get the code if you've got a wee second, if it helps you. GRGP35. That's a little code, and the only reason I say that is so that if you just say silver balls to the call centre, there might be other ones in stock, so just to make sure you get the right ones. But for your solid sterling silver, they're amazing. Do you love them, Hannah? Solid. Wait till you see the size of the. We've not got a gram weight on them, have we? I asked the other day. Look at these balls. You get 40 of them for not even £10.
Yep, they're fantastic.
They're big 5mm balls.
They're really good, actually. I mean, sometimes you can use gemstones as spacer beads, but sometimes you just want to really showcase the gemstone itself and not mix it with anything else. So if you've got something like that in between, it really, really like brings out the beauty, both of the fact that it's silver and also the gemstone. Just to prove you've got silver in your design, though, it doesn't have to be your whole design. Bits of it could be solid silver. Then you can see it's solid sterling silver. Yeah. Right, I could play with those all the time. And they would go so well with the solid silver chain. Now the chain is sold out, but look at that together. The little balls and there's the hearts and oh, I love it. Oh, we've got more heart chain. More balls. Oh, these are really big. They're huge. Oh, you could use these for your macrame, couldn't you? Your if you've ever heard of a type of braiding of cords or ribbons that's very much like the Shambhala style bracelet, you'll know what I'm talking about with macrame. Or you could use it for kumihimo, which is your Japanese art of braiding. I do love these. So I'll put the two together so you can see the difference. Are these ones solid silver as well? Boom. Aww. Mummy and baby. Oh. I was going to say, I'm sure I've done these. Producer Danny and I have done them. We love bringing you silver balls because they're so useful. I find them incredibly useful. I would just use them on their own in charm bracelets. You're going to match the price that Producer Danny and I did. Is this on a rebellish day when? No, but this. Hold on. This was when our manager Paula was in Thailand. She's back now, and it's during the day. $6.95. So how much were we supposed to be? $12.95. Is that what we did? We took £6 off. That's why we, well, yeah. I was going to say that's why you should watch the Late Show, but I should watch the Late Show. I'm a little bit of a rebel. And Producer Danny has only been with the company about 4 months, and when he started, I was his presenter, so I passed my rebellish ways on to him, so it worked really well. £6 off, that means you can get 2 packs for the price of 1. I said 2 packs for the price of 1. How brilliant. Well, actually, no, that's not true, is it? Because it's $6.95, so you get 95p over. So 2 packs for the price of 1 and a pound, 95 pennies. Awesome. Loving your work. I'd get myself one of those instead of an Easter egg, I would. Right. Brilliant. Brilliant indeed. Molds, brand new bundles. Oh! I was about to say, can we pour something in, and poor Hannah's just cleaned out her entire melting pot. We're doing Jewellery Mama. These are gorgeous. It's a person's face. I can put the colour in that I'm about to use if you want. And
yes.
Yeah.
So you've got amazing. Oh gosh, turn that. Well, you can use it any way you want. That's quite nice. We had a silicone mould for a big poppy not so long ago, and it sold out. That's another. How are you? It's another sort of poppy style idea. And what you have here actually We have another one. It's like a sort of carving idea, well, an opportunity. You know, if you've ever seen your sort of carvings. A third one here. Fourth one, sorry, you've seen 3. An elegant lady. It's Grecian, isn't it? Oh, I'm excited to see how that looks. It looks really odd because the eyes are coming in. But obviously that works when you look at it once you poured the mould. Obviously it's going to look right, but when it's coming out, it looks a bit freaky. Right, so we've got all 4 of these moulds. I really quite like this one. This makes me think of a sort of paisley pattern. Poppy, that is quite detailed. I don't know if you can see, but it's really quite detailed in there. Who was arguing about what flower it is? I thought it looked, apparently, if you saw it the other day, people were trying to work out what it was. I don't think it was actual arguing, Director Tom, but maybe a little bit of moulds flying, trying to work out what it was. No, apparently, I just presumed a poppy, but no.
I think it's called a periwinkle.
A periwinkle? Words of wisdom, Scott. Scott's just come up and stood next to the camera and gone, well, what do you think it is, Scott?
Very nice.
Very, very nice. Woo! Say again. They're really detailed though. $17.95. Oh my gosh. I'm going to go and join Hannah and we're going to see what we can do with these moulds on the other side of this short break. Designer inspiration is coming up in just a sec. Don't go anywhere. $17.95.
If you're new to jewellery making and want to learn all the essential techniques, then this is the perfect workshop for you. Join experienced resident designer Linda and learn how to get to grips with this addictive hobby. Learn how to create necklaces, earrings and bracelets with genuine gemstones. You will also have the opportunity to try a range of jewellery making mediums for beginners, including wirework, macrame and kumihimo. The full course includes a wide selection of gemstones and findings, threading materials, 0.4 and 0.8 silver-plated wire, use of all relevant tools, a buffet-style lunch and refreshments, a tour of the studio and our museum, and a visit to our shop. All of this for just £59.95. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Start your new hobby today with JewelleryMaker.
JewelleryMaker course gift vouchers are now available. You can choose from a bronze, silver or gold voucher. Each voucher is worth a different amount that entitles you to put towards a course of your choice. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
You can now watch clips from JewelleryMaker on our YouTube channel. Get interactive with JewelleryMaker.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order for just 50p and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from the Genuine Gemstone Company.
You can now keep in touch by liking JewelleryMaker UK on Facebook. Get interactive with JewelleryMaker.
JewelleryMaker is part of the Genuine Gemstone Company for a reason. If we're going to offer you gemstones, then they have to be genuine, but the only way we can guarantee that is by getting a lab test. This guarantees that you're going to get genuine gemstones, and that's exactly what you deserve.
Hello there, welcome to JewelleryMaker. If you've been with us all afternoon, you will know that we have the fantastic Hannah Osborne with us today. And we have been getting up to all sorts of naughties, and we've still got more time to do it as well. We're going to be joining Hannah with design inspiration again. And I'm going to first of all show you what we're taking over. Now Hannah's already had a little go at these. She has, oh she has. And wait till you see what she's made. You will want this before you know it. Oh my goodness. Just to let you know, there's still some molds available. Don't think it's missed out. If you haven't already joined me, I've taken 1 or 2 of the molds over to Hannah, and we'll be able to pour some jewellery enamel in them just so you can see how they look as well, as I know I didn't get a chance to do that. If I'd had thought earlier upstairs, I would have poured them into all the molds and brought them down to you. What a silly Billy. I was too busy eating cake. So, these, take that step out of the way, you're going to get all 3 of these strands. So, 2 varieties of your, I call it the golf ball facet. Do you call it a golf ball facet, Hannah?
Yeah.
Gorgeous facet on the dark red. And you've got quartz here, and you've also got agate. So your 9mm are your quartz, your 11mm are your agates, and then you have in the middle black agate, 120 carats of the black agate, which is your 10mm puffy squares. Corner drilled they are for you individually, each one. They're quite nice indeed, actually. Really, really lustrous for your agates. And then you have for yourself your larger agates, which are the red dyed agates, which are 350 carats, 11mm, 36cm strand. And 34cm strand for your 240 carats of your dark red colour quartz, which is 9mm in size. So you get both strands, all 3 strands as a bundle. When we bundle them together, it's because they go together in this case, because it's part of the design inspiration, and we can give you a price that we couldn't give you if we were to do them separately. And the whole purpose of this is because we've given them to our designer Hannah, and she's going to be able to show you, or in fact you will love what she has made. I love what she's made with them, and we'll be able to have a look together. So the faceted size, the richness and the depth of colour. Did you enjoy working with these colours, Hannah?
Yeah, it's quite a contrast, because the other ones was sort of not girly, but because there was pink in there, it was a lighter kind of tone, and
right.
This is a bit more seductive, you know, dark.
It is, isn't it? It's seductive as you like. So, I've been asking Hannah questions and she's been replying, but as you say, we've made so many savings here, we can't even afford for our microphones. So we have to change some batteries, genuinely, and then we can hear Hannah again, which will be lovely. But for those dark, rich, and like Hannah's just mentioned, I don't know if you heard it, but she said sort of seductive reds. Gorgeous.
Can you hear me?
Can we hear Hannah?
Hello.
Have we got her back? She's back!
Yay!
Yay! Complete with microphone. So, that's our Hannah Osborne. If you just tuned in, you hadn't seen her yet. She's used these 3 strands with some enamel as well. I'll show you that as well. But she's used them incorporating a gorgeous bundle, which is just fabulous, with stencils as well. It's taking jewellery making to another level. It's going to sell out, trust me now. The code on this particular opportunity is QZGC28. The reason I tell you that is because when this price comes in, everybody is going to want one. So you've got that low call rate number. In fact, no, it's a free number here on JewelleryMaker. 0800 644 655 is completely free. You can join me on the phone number. You can join me on the web. However you do make sure you're in early, because these will sell out, especially the minute you see the designs that Hannah's made, because they are gorgeous. They are so gorgeous. And they're amazing quality. The quality of the stones, I'm looking at the design, I'm looking at what I've got here. The juiciness, the rich, it's almost making me think, I know I shouldn't have because it's not Christmas time anymore, it makes me think a little bit of mulled wine. 22.35.
It's like glacé cherries, isn't it?
Oh yes. What did you say, glacier?
Glacé.
I say glacier.
No, not as in made of ice. Glacé.
Glacé cherries?
Yeah.
Is that how they're called? How they're called? How terrible was that English? Is that how they're called? I thought all my life they were called glacier cherries.
Glacier is the thing that sank the Titanic.
No, that was an R at the end. Glacier.
I've always called them glacé.
Oh, no,
we have another thing we need resolving.
We're gonna, oh, hold on. Is that price not supposed to change? The graphics are broken, which means you're gonna get £1 lower than where it was gonna go. Woo! When the price comes in twice and you see the wee arrow, we get really excited on the late show when this happens. Or I do, my producer doesn't, he gets really upset. £16.95, so we were gonna go to £17.95, but the computer has said no. So that means there's an extra £1 per person coming off. So instead of you getting it for £22 instead of 30p, which is what you can pay, if you want to get them individually, you can do that. It'll be $22.30, or you can buy them just on their own separate prices. You don't have to buy all 3 of them. But by us bundling together, we can give you a price of £17.95, and then because the graphics decide to break, it's taken £1 off extra, so that's down to £16.95. Have we got many? 100. Oh, that's hardly any. Oh no! Liz is in, Norfolk, Cambridgeshire is in. We've not even seen what Hannah's made. 3 strands. This is crazy low. Do you not think? Far too low? And wait till you see what we've done with them. Wait until you see. I'm going to go and join Hannah. And I'm going to see what she is. Well, in fact, I've already seen what our Hannah's made. But you're going to love. Can I bring the strands? I've got, the bundle with the stencils you're going to get as well. With more enamel, you're going to love it. I want to put the BAM on. It's got gleams. It's amazing. Going to join our Hannah if you've just tuned in. This is Hannah Osborne. How are you?
I'm good.
Are you been all right in this side of the studio?
Yeah.
You don't feel neglected, do you?
No, it's good because I'm just,
busying away. Every time I look over, you're busy. I keep going to ask you questions and think, what's she making now?
A mess, mostly.
No, not at all. Did you just pour into that mould, did you? You did the face!
I did, the little face.
Oh! That goes amazing
it's
with
really
those
sweet,
strands. Look at that together. That's really good. I'm going to be honest, you might have seen my face. The face scared me a little bit in the mould, but I love it.
Do you know what? I think you
like
might
a
even want to
cameo,
put some
isn't it?
gleam on it to pick out all the detail.
Can we put some gleam on it?
Yeah. What colour do you want?
What colour would you say?
Maybe
What colour would match these?
Perhaps that one. Cardinal.
This is awesome. It matches the gemstones if you do it with the black. How gorgeous is that?
The only thing is it's still a little bit warm.
Oh, well, it might not work. Oh, wow! That gleam is amazing!
It's fab, isn't it?
That is so cool. Is that all you've done?
Yeah,
You just literally done. How cool is that?
Picks out the features.
And then if you have it with the gemstones.
Very serene.
I love it. The face scared me a little bit, I'm not going to lie.
It's because it's in relief though, isn't it? It's back to front.
Yeah, it freaked me out a little bit.
Sticking out eyeballs and things like that.
Yeah, I know, and the nose was coming at me. It was a bit freaky, but I really like it now. Oh, this is my favourite mould now out of all of them. That was the one I was scared the most of. And the moulds are still at the bottom of the screen if you want to get a hold of anything. £16.95 for the 3 strands. I think they're amazing.
I think they're beautiful. I really love them. I mean, the depth of colour there is fantastic, and of course they're sparkly because of the faceting. So it's got my magpie attention.
I love that, my magpie attention.
I am. I'm just a sucker for sparkly. I really am.
I just think well, what I don't get is the price goes down, yet we've put more work into it by faceting all the stones, and they're all by hand. So when you facet the stones and you make it, you put more effort and attention in them, we take the price down. It doesn't really work. Enjoy, just enjoy. Now I'm going to show you what Hannah made with these strands, because of course it's all very well seeing the strands, but what you actually do with them is another matter.
So important to point out, I've still got loads left. Yeah, because I haven't gone gem heavy, apart from one necklace. So it would go a long way. Well, normally with a kit, you like 3 strands and some findings, you can make 7-8 pieces of jewellery as a general rule.
Yeah.
So I've only made a few hence the bag full of goodies left.
That's amazing. You've got loads in there. You could put that all together and you'd have one strand of all each different stones, but you would have probably about a mixed strand. That's awesome. Now, so that's a strand on its own, but you've just used some gleams, and everyone at home will be thinking, oh, where did you get those? They are over here with chain. So the chain comes with the enamel, comes with the gleams, it's all the way over here. And the stencils, if I can get them. So you get it all. So you get stencils, you get 2 different jewellery pots, the silver and the black, and then you get, should I bring it over? It's a little bit easier. Hanging out with my, this, so we're gonna get it in right now for you, just so if you want to get a hold of it. This, I'm excited very much by.
So was I when I first saw it.
Have you, wow, had you worked with them before today?
No, I've never used one of these stencils before. I've always used pre-made moulds, if you like, so it's my first kind of venture into using stencils with the jewel enamel.
Was it hard? Was it not?
No.
Really?
I'll show you in a minute.
All right. So I'll show you everything else you get. You've got your chain, which has been incorporated in Hannah's designs. You get both of these pots, 2 different colours. I'll read the colours to you in just a wee second. I'll tip up your gleams. Oh, that's pointless. So you've got your 3 gleams in there, which are your rich copper gleam, your cerise gleam, and your cardinal gleam. You got all 3 of those, as well as your 2 pots. Pot numero uno is light pewter, and the other one is light silver. And you got balm. This balm smells like a health spa.
It does.
It smells amazing. That's everything you're gonna get for the design. This is accessories after dark, it's called. So you get the stencil, you get the 2 enamels, you get the gleam, 3 gleams, you get the chain, which is almost like hematite colour. And the chain is brand new. Oh, it's like hematite. It is metallic-y like hematite, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got that kind of bubble, kind of oil on water surface again. You've got sort of pinks and greens in there.
And it's only £28.80. Individually, not today. We're going lower. Yay! For where? $17.95. Oh, well, alrighty then. I'm not going to complain with that.
No.
Happy?
Yeah, that's
happy,
brilliant.
Hannah? Right, how many have we got though? 90, is that it? Gosh, this is the kind of quantity we have in the late show. Where's the quantity? 98 available for you. I love it. And can I just point out, you have made the cutest stud earrings, right? These are so cute. I'll do a mummy one and a baby one. So you can see you made a pair of both, which matches gorgeously with the chain. And they are made, how on earth are they made?
Same way as with all the other moulds and bezels, you just have to pour and be lucky.
So where did you get the earring bezels?
The earring bezels was in the pack with the other bezels that I've been playing with.
Oh, we're going to do these later then? You're going to get these earring bezels too? Oh, awesome. Can I lift this off the bust? Because it's gorgeous and I can't really see it because the bust is black.
We could do with a white, I don't think we've got a really tall
May I
white
hold
one.
it? May I hold it? Try and get my hair out of the way. Just so you can try and see. Have I got it the right way around?
Yep, like that.
Now obviously my tops are ridiculously patterned, so you can't really see properly. I love it.
If you'd got like sort of a plain colour and then just wore it long over the top.
And it's so light.
It's quite industrial looking, isn't it? Quite chunky, but it's really, really light as a feather.
Fabulous. If I turn that round so everyone can see. There. This is amazing. It's phenomenal. Everyone in the gallery is going, that is so impressive. Loving it, loving it. And that's just one of the pieces of chain. That's the same one piece. Yeah. It's not a couple of them. It's just that one piece of chain.
It's one piece, and interesting to note with the chain links. Each one has got a little slit, So you can actually open each individual link. So you don't have to cut
it.
anything, which means you don't waste any links at all.
You would never think that looking at it.
I know.
Where? Oh yeah, there it is.
You have to look, but they're there.
Yeah, you do have to look, eh?
Which is great, because normally with chain you end up, if you cut it, you lose the link
some,
you cut.
don't you? Yeah.
But yeah, not with this one.
So you get the gleam, the 3 gleams, the 3 different colours that we mentioned there, your cardinal, your cerise and your rich copper. And then you get yourself your 2 different colours and the balm, which I've half-inched because I'm going to use it.
It smells amazing.
It smells, quite simply, like...
It's like lemon and lavender.
Lemon and lavender. It doesn't smell like shoe polish. Have you smelt it? Oh yes, gleams smell like shoe polish.
Yeah, no, gleams do, but that's because it's wax, isn't it?
But the balm smells amazing. What is the balm for?
Well, I'm using it to coat cookie cutters and the stencil to stop things sticking to it.
Oh, I'll put it on and see if it works as Vaseline. Soon find out.
Looks all right to me.
Smells like a spa. I love that. After I put it on. Yeah, you can, that's fine. Does Natalia do it? If Natalia does it, I'll copy what she does.
That's all right then.
I'll
let Natalia. She's the queen of style.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Well, to be fair, look at this stylish lady. How can you say that? Right, so, would you put it on top of that? No.
Yeah, so do you want me to show you what I did with it?
Go for it. It's your design inspiration. I'm just hanging out with you.
Made a mess of, rather than wrecking a
fresh new one. Sorry.
So what I wanted to do, because I've got the gleams with this, and as I was explaining to that lady earlier, if you've got a textured surface, then the gleams work really, really effectively because they pick it up.
Oh yes, like this, like
so
the
I
face.
Thought, well, all of the bezels and things are just flat, so I wanted to add something to create a texture. So what I'm going to do is use the balm to coat the stencil. So if I just and don't be shy with it because you really don't want it all to get stuck. So literally just slapping it all over like this. And move it around a bit as well so you get it on both sides.
Is that a little bit like petroleum jelly? The balm?
Probably.
Doesn't smell as nice, but
I don't actually know what's
as in
the ingredients.
Petroleum jelly, doesn't that smell lovely?
But yeah, it's lovely. So I've picked a corner.
Oh, okay.
And covered it. Just making sure it is covered. Because I have got this stuck once. I will admit to that. I've got it stuck once. But the thing with the jewellery enamel,
this is the first time you used it.
And then separate it. Yeah, it's also probably not designed to be used with this, but I'm going to anyway. And the other thing I'm going to do is take an ordinary cookie cutter.
A cookie cutter?
Yeah.
Did you bring any cookies?
No, sadly not. In fact, I might use that one just in case it sticks because I want that one for something else.
Oh. Do you put it on the outside of it, or do you put the inside as well?
I put it on both, outside and inside, just for like belt and braces approach.
Okay.
So you want to make sure that you can get it out again. So just coating it like that.
Amelia only came today because she thought she was getting cookies.
Oh,
she saw the cookie cutter and thought she was getting cookies.
And then I'm just positioning that over the section that I've coated of my stencil.
Oh, for where you want it.
So pick something back, kind of there. I think. Just make sure it's somewhere nice. And then I'm just going to tip my molten jewellery enamel.
Gorgeous. Have you melted 2 of the colours together or just one?
This is just the light pewter colour. So I'm just going to pour some of that straight onto it until it fills the inside of the cookie cutter. Like that.
Wow.
And then you've got to leave it for a little while because it's a little bit thick, so you've got to let it set.
It smells amazing.
It's just because of the balm though, doesn't it? Because you got the chemical smell of that mixed with the balm.
Oh, it smells.
It's like being in a candle workshop, isn't it?
I've never been in one, but it is.
Actually, while we're waiting for that, I've just remembered.
It smells gorgeous.
There's a jewel enamel workshop coming up. I can't think what the date is. You might have to do a bit of digging, but
JewelleryMaker.com, Louise Jacobson, I believe.
Louise Jacobson, yeah.
Jacobson.
Yeah.
Oh, it's JJ. Here we go again.
Here we go.
Yes.
I'm not sure what the date is, but she's doing an actual course for this, so that would be great fun. I'd quite like to do that actually.
Ooh. Well, we'll show you a wee clip in a moment and show you how to get involved if you want to come to that workshop. It'd be lovely for you to come to our workshop. Is Wendy here? Wendy Woo? Oh, I thought you said that there. Should we get Wendy Woo down? Get her to announce all the workshops.
Yeah.
I watched the other day from home. She had a microphone and she was fabulous. Where is Wendy Woo's microphone? They're finding out. I think we should put Jules on Wendy Woo's microphone. What do you think?
Yeah, why not?
I think that would look awesome. So we're going to send Wendy down. She's going to love this. And we'll get her to announce all the courses so you can work out what dates if you're interested in any.
So I'm just going to gently lift that away.
Oh, wow!
But I'm going to leave it for a few more seconds just to make sure it's set. So we're taking the cookie cutter away.
That's amazing. Oh, I want to touch it so bad. It smells amazing. It smells so good.
Just want to make sure it is.
See, it's not just that on its own. You need to mix that with
the chemical as well. I'm going to risk it for a biscuit. I've got a backup piece just in case. And lift it off. Turn it over and then peel your stencil back out of it.
Oh, wow!
Like that. I don't know if you can see with the light. There you go. So you can see you've now got a relief of the stencil on your piece. So what I wanted to do with that now, this piece is quite hot still, so for the gleams to work better, I think it's better when the enamel's cool. So I'll do the old, here's one I made earlier. So I'm just going to swap that over because that one's still hot. Ah, we've got Wendy. Should we talk to Wendy first?
Wendy! Hello, Wendy!
Hello, Curly.
This is Wendy. If you haven't met Wendy before, she's our Wendy Woo, the glamorous lady you talk to on the phone all the time. You never get to see her. So Wendy Woo, when are our next courses? What's going on?
The Jewel Enamel.
Jewel Enamel
I'll speak to you because you've got a microphone. It's the 25th of April.
25th of April.
And you don't need to bring anything with you. It's all provided, all the tools. So, just give me a ring on Monday or go through call centre, send me an email.
Just say, can I speak to Wendy Woo?
Yeah.
Will they understand what they're talking about? If you call 0800 644 655, that free number, and say, can I speak to Wendy Woo?
Yeah, and then I'll know that you've been watching the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. $79.95, so brilliant.
Okay.
It's fantastic.
And there's spaces on it still?
There's a few spaces left.
A few spaces.
I'll say a few, there's 5, so come on. And then we've got some more coming up soon as well, so. Yeah, so you'll have a really good day with us. Lunch buffet tour.
A lunch buffet.
Shop.
We had amazing scones today. Did you have those?
Oh, yeah,
and
the
shop. Wendy Woo has a shop. I know everyone disappears. I was sitting making jewellery the other day. The shop's open. Whoosh! Everyone's gone.
Definitely.
Do you get good deals in the shop? I know you do, but
yes,
yeah.
You do.
Naughty deals.
Yeah, naughty deals. Naughty Wendy deals.
If you say if they call you Wendy Woo, do they get a Wendy Woo special offer?
Because we said that today, yes.
Yes. So if you're coming to the workshop and you say, oh, can I get a Wendy Woo offer, then you get a special offer in the workshop.
You're going to get me into trouble. You know, it's Friday afternoon, so what the hell.
Yay! I say Wendy Woo special offers. I'm not here in the morning again, so it's fine. Thank you, Wendy. Wendy's phone's ringing hot off the press now. Everyone's like, Wendy Woo, can I come? Yeah, so you need to give it a wee minute to get up the stairs. But yeah, if you want to talk to Wendy Woo, let us know. All right, sorry. Let's get back to
so all I've done is the piece that I've just poured, I've left aside because I want it to cool down a bit.
Okay.
So I've got another piece that I did previously, and I'm going to put some gleams onto those, just to bring out the colours.
And these are all the gleams from in the kit, in the wee bundle that we put together. Bundle is massive. What do you need?
Somebody to fetch some more tissues or something.
I'll get a tissue. Oh no, maybe I won't. I don't know where. What, from the bathroom?
Yeah.
Scott, is Scott about? Amelia, you super duper superstar, would you mind?
Covered in balm now.
Thank you. There used to be some up there. I think we've used them all. I don't know, I think we've used them all.
I'm going to have to...
Do you want to use my dress?
do this, there you go. Very professional there.
Nothing's going on down there that you need to know about producer Scott.
So, this one is the gardener.
It's the cardinal one.
Don't make me laugh.
This is the one. Why not? It's funny.
Okay.
Oh, it's no tissues. You're right.
Hello.
Like 5 busts.
So,
sorry.
We're going to get in trouble, aren't we? Okay, so this is the non-heat polished finish.
Right.
And because I want the rough texture, so I'm just going to lightly rub this over the top.
How awesome is that?
And it just picks up all the little detail. And I don't know if you're able to open the others.
Yeah, of course.
I'll put some of the other colours. There you go.
So that one is the copper.
Copper. Thank you.
Thanks, Amelia. Superstar.
Just adding them on, and whoops, and a bit of the pink.
So does it smudge off once you put it on, or does it just stay?
It will if you do it too quickly, but once it's set, it takes a little while to set because it's a wax finish. You can then buff it, so it's a bit like boot polish.
Buff it? With what?
Just like a piece of tissue or something.
Oh, okay.
Like this. So you just put any colours you like, and then there's another piece that I did the other night, and it's got much more on it. I've obviously spent a lot more time adding it and building it up. And you don't have to use your fingers, you can use like a cotton bud or something like that.
And does it just wash off your fingers?
Yeah, do you know what? The best thing to get it off your fingers is baby wipes.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, they're
wipes.
amazing. Yeah, like any kind of like cleaner wipe seems to work much better than just an ordinary tissue. It's just like a wax, so it doesn't stay forever. It will come off.
Amazing.
I'm gonna wipe some of this balm off the side. So that's,
can I have a wee go?
Yeah, of course you can. Do you want to do that piece? It's still a bit warm, but...
Am I allowed?
Yeah.
And then you can carry on with what you're doing. Now watch.
Could do. Well, I was going to use that.
Oh, well, then use that then. Don't let me get in the way.
God, no.
No.
Right, all I was going to do...
I've just got bam on it though. I'm trying to wipe it off.
All I was going to do
What happens if you get bam on it? Not that that's got bam on it.
Give it a little wipe.
All right, balm. I call it balm. I just don't pronounce the L. Balm.
Do you remember
I had to say
Flintstones
balm.
had Bam Bam as the
Bam
little boy,
Bam.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Sounds like saying Bam. Bam Bam.
Bam. Lip balm. Bam.
Aww.
Balm then.
This class is abuse in the workplace because
yes,
we keep picking up the way you pronounce things.
Yes,
we love how really. We do. Right, all I was going to do with this, it's still slightly warm, but I'm going to heat it up a little bit more. And you can do this before or after you've put your gleam on. In fact, I could do it on high for this.
Heat gun's quite handy then, isn't
it?
If you missed the heat gun, there may be some available. It went to $14.95. Oh, we'll put it on the bottom of the screen now for you, so you can have a look. So why are you heating that now?
So all I'm doing is I want to make sure that this is a little bit soft because I want to make some holes, like puncture holes in using an awl. So I can put head pins and things through it.
Oh.
But also by doing this, it makes it shiny.
Yes, this is very true. You noticed, if you were watching earlier, don't worry if you missed it, it'll be on the Design Inspirations on YouTube. You'll be able to see the earlier design. Oh, it's nice and warm. And you'll be able to see the earlier. No, it's
melting
nice.
alley.
You'll be able to see the previous. What was I telling you?
I don't know. Demonstrations. So I'm just.
If you missed the demonstration earlier with the heat gun making it shiny, you'll be able to watch it on YouTube. That's what I was trying to say.
So what I'm doing is I'm just pushing an awl through the edge. Normally I've got a cork coaster, and I don't know what I've done with it, but that's the best way of making little holes in, just so that this goes all the way through, and then gently twist it back out. You need to make sure you do this when it's slightly warm, because if you don't, you can actually snap the piece.
Ooh. Oh yeah, because it'd be sort of brittle.
I actually did with that. I don't know if you can see. I've had to glue that piece back together just for demonstration purposes.
How did you glue it back together?
Well, just with them glue. I mean, you probably could just like heat it again, but because I was in a hurry, I just thought, oh crikey, and
oh, see, this should be in the Whips of Fame.
Yeah, well, there's going to be a lot of those from me.
Take pictures and me. If you're wanting to get a hold of the tool that Hannah is using, it's been popping up on the bottom of the screen, the Knotting All Pack. It's £2.95, is that all?
Yeah.
Do you use it a lot?
Yeah, I do with jewel enamel.
Okay.
Definitely, and also for like pearl knotting, things like that. So all I've done, I've just punctured 2 little holes either side, and then if you get one of the head pins with the stars on.
Oh yeah, I'll find you one.
There you go. I've got it.
I won't
so
find
if
you
you
one.
want to attach that to anything, all I do, because I like the stars, is just poke the head pin through with the star on the top, and then just bend it, and then make a wrapped loop with this part here. So I don't know if you can see on the actual.
Yeah, I was trying to look round there.
I've added one of the gemstones to it.
Yeah, top and bottom.
Yeah. It's just really sweet, isn't it? It's a little embellishment.
I love it. It's almost where you positioned it. It's almost like in the middle of the flower bit. Like in the middle of the flower.
Well, I should have done that more deliberately.
That's a flower. I'm laughing going, how's that a flower, Ali? Middle of the...
That's more a drunken bumblebee or something, isn't it?
Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, you can now play with gleams on that if you want to.
Can I? I'm allowed to play.
The other thing I was going to show while I was playing with the heat gun,
yes, you do that.
was I poured some of the jewel enamel into a bezel previously, and because I'd mixed the molten liquid, there was quite a few bubbles in it. So you can kind of see they're just under the surface there. So just as a little idea of what you can do, if you ever have to cut the stars or hearts or whatever you've got off the end of your head pins, you can do this with it. So I'm just going to take my heat gun, give it a bit of a blast, and what I'm trying to do is effectively pop the bubble, bring them to the surface. Ooh. There you go, they're popping. And this will just open them up slightly.
Yeah, he's a bit too much. Oh yeah, look at that!
Okay, and then with these little stars that I've cut off, easier if you do it with tweezers, but I'm just going to try and get that in position over one of the bubbles and push it in, because it's soft enough. Get it there anyway. There's one, and it might have set a bit too much. I might have to reheat it again, but and there's another one if I can get that in there. Definitely easier with tweezers.
I'm not very good with the gleam.
How?
You're about to say, how can you not be good with gleam? That's so what you're about to say.
I nearly said that, and then I thought that's cruel.
Say, how can you not be good? Because I've done it too thick. It just looks like a big blob.
Well, take some off with the tissue.
Okay.
So, I'm just going to give that a little blast again, just to make sure it's shiny.
Yes.
There you go.
Sorry.
What happened there?
They just went, Ali. I just went, yes. Sorry. I was so concentrating. I've ruined it. I've ruined it, Hannah. Look at it. It's rubbish.
It's not
rubbish.
It
is rubbish.
You can buff some off if you don't like it. But I don't know what they're saying, but she's pulling a funny face.
No, I'm looking at that thinking it's just rubbish. No, they were saying that
you're beating yourself up too much.
Producer Danny has been saying for months that he's going to a wirework workshop, and it's been himself and nobody else has been on it, and now he's just come down to the gallery to say the wirework workshop's full now.
Aww.
So he's really pleased because he's on it, and he thinks it's full because we've been mentioning that he's on it.
Well,
so his head's like that.
Well,
at the
maybe
minute.
he's got a bit of a following there,
Anyway.
So
sorry for that.
There you go. So this is my bubbly piece where I've mixed it too vigorously and therefore got the bubbles on it.
It's like shooting stars.
Yeah, but instead of sort of thinking, oh, I have to chuck that back in, it's no good. I've just basically pushed in the little offcuts of the star head pins rather than wasting them, And I've done that with this necklace here in the bezel.
It looks like shooting stars.
Yeah, it's quite sweet, isn't it?
I think it's really cute, and the bubbles make it look like they're shooting.
Yeah, and then once it's cool again, they're then set in. But if they do come away because you've made the hole a bit too big, then a tiny dab of glue and pop them back in again. It's just a little something to do with the offcuts of the head pins, because I am a bit of a butcher with them. I do cut them off quite a lot, and then and I know I shouldn't, but I then use the wires for other things, you see.
But you've used them here, really gorgeous. The 3 stars at the bottom of this one.
Yeah, well, that's exactly the same technique, but I've just made 3 holes in it instead of the 1. So that's actually the next piece I want to try and show you.
Can we do that now?
Yeah, well, there's two things to show you. Firstly, the centre of that is using the gleam onto a normal polished surface, if you like.
Okay.
So it doesn't.
What one's that? This one round here?
This little coloration.
Oh, sorry.
Here.
Oh yeah.
So it's very subtle, but that's just using the stencil with some gleam over the top of a shiny piece. You know, like when you make sort of the cabochons, if you like, and
yeah.
It's just the alternative to actually using it as a mould. So here's one I made earlier. So what I've done is I've poured some of the silver into a bezel. Well, it's a mixture of the silver and the pewter.
It's a face! Look at that! It's a man's face! Tilt it forward. It's like a wizard. There's his eyes, there's his nose, and there's his swirly beard.
You see, I've got a Chinese dragon out of that. I can't see the face.
Can you not see the man's face? He's got a big nose and a swirly.
That's his moustache.
Hold on, right? That's his swirly beard there.
Yeah.
That's his big nose. Then his 2 eyes and his hair. It's like Gandalf.
How weird!
I love it.
I wonder if that's got any kind of meaning or just random fluke. So anyway, I popped my Gandalf piece of jewel enamel out. Because I didn't glue it or anything, I've been able to use this. So I'm going to lose the bezel for now.
Could you do that if you didn't have the cutters that you had, the cake cutters? Could you use that to create your shapes?
Yeah, well this is kind of what I'm doing. So,
perfect.
This is the centre piece of the larger pendant.
Oh, okay.
So to start with, I've just used a bit of the gleams. So you pick a piece of your stencil and just position it any way you like. And what should we do? Should we pink one?
There's all your gleams. I'm not very good with the gleams. I got far too much on it.
Well, it's not as easy to do it like this, and you do have to hang on to your stencil.
Do you want me to hold the stencil?
So, if you like, I've got to hold on to the. So it's kind of, it's a bit like have you ever done stippling? You know, where you have a brush and you sort of stab the paint through the stencil.
I got moved out of art. I wasn't very good. They put me down the hole in music.
Oh.
I was terrible. But jewellery's different to art, so if you've been told you're rubbish at art, then don't worry, because you can still make jewellery.
I was rubbish at everything else apart from art.
Really?
Well, not rubbish, but you know, art was a stronger subject, should we say that? Right, so if we just take that away then, and it's not as pretty, but you get a bit of something there. Can you see that?
Yeah.
So it's just a hint of the pattern rather than the whole thing, just to make it a bit mysterious. And then we use our balm again, and this is the bit that I'm most nervous of, because I managed to get this stuck yesterday when I was trying to make a piece, sort of a here's one I made earlier piece.
Get that bam going on.
So cover everything in balm again. So I've taken a cookie cutter that is probably about 2/3 bigger than the little cabochon I've made already, and I'm just going to lather loads of this on to the inside and the outside of the cutter.
Now these, whoa! This is the resin top-up bundle. So you get, how many pendants do you get in here? There's loads.
You get loads, yeah.
This is too many. I think I should have some. Only 88 left, so I'll just quickly show everyone. Can I, how much will you see if I put them all there?
I move that.
Can you see them all? You get all of these, plus you get your 2 earring backings, 2 bigger ones and the smaller ones, plus the wee block, which is good for making your earrings, I've been told. Yes. You can put them in and then have it flat. Is that correct?
You put the back of the earring into the hole so that it sits flush.
Yeah. And
also if you're making bezel set jewellery, you pop the bezel onto it so that the bail hangs off the edge, and it makes sure it's flat. Otherwise you'll get a bubble, because if you just put it flat like that, it tips up. So doing that, it gives you a nice flat finish.
What are these wee pots for?
They're actually for mixing resin in, because it's the resin top-up kit, and I've pinched it for something that it wasn't designed for, as I usually do.
Why not? And you get lollipop sticks. Is that for stirring?
That's for stirring, yeah. It's for mixing your resins.
Awesome. So that's available for you if you want the resin top up. Just wanted to show you. $12.95 for all those. Are they silver? No. No, I was going to say, you can't be silver if it's that price. So that's all. And you get a big oval, a wee oval. Well, still big, it's just smaller. You get a square, a round, a bigger round, and the heart. Oops. They're awesome. And you get the earrings. They're silver plated for you. Gosh, there's loads in there. Right.
Okay.
Oh, and thanks.
So, I'm going to... Can I carry on? Yep. So that's my centerpiece, if you like, and I just want to offset it. I've just smothered the cookie cutter in balm, and I'm just going to pop that over the top there. Not quite central, because I like the idea of it slightly offset.
I love that.
And now we cross our fingers, because if I get this wrong, it's going to be really obvious.
Gleam-covered fingers are crossed.
Yeah.
It's me. I'm rubbish at it. I've got it in my nails. I've got it everywhere. Stuck to my hands.
It comes off, don't worry. So what I've done, in the pot, we've got some of the dark pewter, or the light pewter rather, but it looks black when it's in the pot. And I've probably had it in there a little bit too long, because it is
going golden in the middle.
It's starting to go golden, which if you have the clear and you leave it in there too long, then it goes
amazing.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to concentrate on that, so I'll tell you first and then do it. Is I'm going to tip it up, and I'm going to try and pour it so that it fills the bottom of the cookie cutter,
but doesn't
go over the top of the cabochon that I've already got. And also, I'm hoping I've got enough in here. So I'm going to hold my breath while I do this.
I'm going to hold mine too.
Okay, you might have to talk. I've got a horrible feeling there's not enough.
Yeah, but you can always add more.
Yeah, no, there's nowhere near enough. So I'll have to redo this, but I'll just do half of it.
Yeah, but that's the idea of what you're...
You never know. This might be...
This is fabulous.
So if I stop there, let that set, and do you know what? It might work. It might work. I'm going to put loads more. We'll give it another go.
Yeah, because it doesn't take long to melt it, does it?
Yeah, I might have to break that off and start again with it. But so the idea is, anyway, if we look at the actual necklace,
yes,
you have enough of your jewel enamel to pour all the way around the edge. But if you pour it sort of gently from one position, you get those lovely outward sort of swirls as it gently pushes itself around the cabochon.
So if you did that upside down, then would the gleam come off?
What do you mean? If
so see, you know how the gleam's facing you at the minute?
Yeah.
So if you did it the other way, so the gleam was at the bottom, so that even if it did go in the back, it wouldn't matter, because that'd be the back of it.
Yeah, no, that you could do it either way you like. I mean, if you turn that round, you can.
So I'm thinking, I'm not as balanced as you. I won't be able to get it round the outside. Mine will go on top.
Well, yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter which way round you do it. It's entirely up to you for the finished piece. So you might end up with the piece you're looking at being the top, or you could turn the whole thing over and have that as the top.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, if that's... I don't know. You're so good at it. I'm like,
well,
would I be able to do that?
Well, I mean, this one is the classic mistake that I've not had enough enamel in the pot because I've been concentrating on other things. But
then you need to take a picture and send it to the Whoops of Fame.
I think everything I've ever made would end up in there.
Me too. It's perfect. Can I look?
Yeah.
It melts so fast.
Where it's dribbled
what
down
are we
the side.
doing, Jenny? We're doing jewel enamel. It's like a moon. It's a half moon.
It is a half moon. I'm kind of hoping that it's going to be enough to hold it, because it might be that the centre tries to pop out because it hasn't gone all the way round. Yeah,
that's actually quite far.
You kind of get the idea.
Moon. I love it. It's so mysterious.
So you could use it like that, or I had intended to use it that way around, but obviously I wanted it to go all the way around. So you get the idea.
So,
and then you can either heat polish it, or if the centrepiece does pop out, just put a little bit of glue around it and then reposition it. Okay. But I've not needed to with that, because I had enough of the enamel to go all the way around. Yeah. It's just held it on its own.
See, and then, how do you, because the gleam there looks like melted here. Is that, have you heated it or anything?
That's because I've just done a light heat polish over the whole of that side, so that it's all shiny.
Heat polish, that's just using the heat gun?
Using the gun, yeah. So that's all it was.
It almost sort of melts and glows into it.
I'm just wondering if I can break this off and then try again, or if it's going to make it worse.
I'll give it a go.
Yeah, no, there you go.
Yay!
Yay! So I'm going to chuck that back in there and let it melt, and then I'm going to give it a bit more. I'm going to give it another go. So I'm going to let that melt, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Really, really.
Fine by me.
Just got to wait for it to melt.
Oh, so well, just go over everything you've got as well, just to remind you. You've got your design inspiration with your $17.95, which is what we're looking at here. So you're getting yourself your gleams. You're also getting yourself your two fantastic silvers and the pewter. This is a silver, this is a pewter. The pewter is the one you were using, isn't it?
Yeah. It's called light pewter. It does look black in the pot, but there is sort of a grey metallic to it.
It's amazing. And then your chain, your three gleams, your balm, which seems to be your balm. Sounds pretty much invaluable, that.
Yes. Yeah, well that stops everything from sticking.
And your stencil as well.
Yeah.
I love that flower stencil.
I really want this to work.
It will work.
Because it's going to look lovely.
It will work.
With all the dark. Oh, this is going to take a little while for that.
You've got like a moon in the middle.
Yeah.
I love it.
Give it a little swing.
Put it all in together. Is that Jenny in the gallery? Oh, she was.
She breezed through. While that's still melting then, the other thing that I've made on the far end, the square bezel, all I've done with that, it's from a different pack, I think, the square bezel.
Oh yeah, no, I think we had the square one.
Is it in there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
We had the square one.
So, all I've done, I've got both colours. I've put it into the pot, let it melt down, swirled it around, poured it into the square bezel, and then when it's cooled, popped it out, because I was going to then glue it back in, but actually I've preferred the reverse side.
Yeah, I noticed it's quite textured.
It's almost snakeskin, I think.
No, it's like that print that everybody loves at the minute.
Yeah, but, I mean, because of the texture of the bezel itself, you get that sort of motley effect, and then it's the swirly greys and blacks together, and I think it's kind of a bit snakeskinny.
I think it is. I think it's fabulous. And just to remind you, if you are interested in anything that the resin top-up bundles, what that mould comes from, or that, should I say, that bezel comes from, it's $12.95. You get yourself plenty of bezels. I'll just remind you of how many you get. You get your 3 little mixing tubs, your 3 mixing spatulas. You get your earring shepherd hook, studs, 2 small and 2 big. You get your little block for your setting on top of, and you get 1, 2, 3, 4. How many is that? 4, 5, 6. So you get 6. A heart and a square, and then 2 ovals, 1 large, 1 small, and then 2 rounds, 1 large and 1 small. So you got yourself your square, your heart in there as well. You get your 2 ovals, that one, and then a slightly larger one, and then you get yourself your 2 rounds, as well as your earrings, 2 studs as well. So you get all of that for $12.95. It's fan-dabby-dozy. As well as we had molds earlier, we had gemstones earlier, we have stencils. Is there anything we don't have?
The only thing I can think of is mica powders, and if you get those as well, then they add a lovely finish. You know, the periwinkle flower, or the poppy, or whatever you want to call it, if you put some mica powder into that first, and then pour your enamel in,
Yeah.
then you get a lovely sort of sheen when it comes out. Lovely.
Scott, are you listening? What do you think to that? Yes, I do. I'm going to try and find some micro photos.
Oh, sorry.
Why are you so sorry? Don't want to enjoy it, it's fun.
Right, I'm going to try and pour this again.
Yep, I'm going to watch and speak.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Let you concentrate.
It might take a while, and actually I'm covered in balm again.
Oh, I love that balm though. In fact, will it help take the gleam off my fingers?
Yeah, it probably will actually.
So, is this one being used? They've all
Right.
been used. This is, smells amazing.
I'm going to try again, so fingers crossed.
So, this is using the black, or the pewter one, which when you look at it, actually ends up looking a little bit black. But it is, in fact, your pewter. So what you're doing there looks amazing.
Right, fingers crossed. It's gone all the way around.
All around. I don't know how you did that. I don't know how you would do that. That's skill. That is a steady hand, skill and confidence. Loving that. So your 3 gleams, which do smell a bit pungent. They do smell a little bit
It's a bit like boot
shoe
polish.
polish.
Yeah. But
You
they're
get your
big
copper, your which one was this one?
Cardinal.
Your cardinal and your cerise.
The thing with those, because they are waxes, it is a bit like boot polish in the sense that you have to break the surface to start with. Once air gets to it, it starts to dry.
Yes, that's what I think. What my problem was, because
yeah.
I put my finger in so deep, I had so much on my finger, and I just ruined it. I think it's not funny. They're all like,
They're laughing.
they're hysterics.
Oh, that's mean.
What can I just ask what these are on the table?
I
Do you
think
know what they
Amelia
are?
put them down earlier, and I don't know if she meant
Amelia,
to.
these yours, Amelia. These massive chocolate clasps.
No.
What are these?
I thought you put them there earlier.
Anyone know what these are?
They're from earlier.
They look really nice, but I don't want to show you in case we
battery
can't
change
do them.
for me. I think that's what it was, because you put what you're holding down. Change my battery.
Are they from the day show?
They are from the day show.
Oh.
And they sold out.
Can we do it?
Sold out.
It's sold out. Really? Seriously? Did it? Boo. It's these. I'll show you.
They're lovely, aren't they? It's a shame they're sold out. I wouldn't mind those.
VTAZ08. Try and find it, Scott. I want to do them. They're massive. They're awesome. They look good, right?
They do. They look
So
lovely.
earlier you were talking to me. I just had my eye on them, and I went, "What on earth are they doing there? What are
Pinch
they?"
them again now. Look.
They've gone.
They've gone. Never to be seen
Like
again.
a magpie. I'm like you. I just whenever I see something, I'm like, "Oh, what's that? Can we have it?"
Right, give it a little bit longer.
So
what I'm going to do, you can see with it, I mean, you might see it better from a side angle. Because I've poured it in from the top and not been 100% accurate, it's slightly overlapped. So I think what I would do is any of these pieces that are here, it's where it's dribbled down the side, that's fine. You can cut those off either with the Stanley knife or with a pair of scissors, and then use the heat gun and just gently blast it to sort of soften the edges again, and it will just smooth them out.
Melt them down.
What I did when I got it stuck is exactly that. I put this back over, and then I used the heat gun and I just heated it through that way, thinking that would work. And what happened is I think I melted too much of the balm off, and then it got stuck. So I had a hell of a jump to get it out. So I wouldn't recommend that, unless you've got lots of cookie cutters and you don't mind losing a couple.
I love this.
So
I want to play with it. I keep wanting to touch it. I can't behave, Hannah. You have to tell me to
set
behave
properly, because there's a lot of balm on the table. There's a good chance that the middle might try and pop out. So if I turn it over, it's like a moon in the night sky.
Oh, I love that.
So you could either have it that side.
That is so cool, and then it's so shiny because of the balm.
Yeah, and then you just use your while it's still warm to punch the holes wherever you want to put your head pins through.
Or as you did with the star ones, didn't you?
Or you cut off these little straggly extra bits that are here, you can see, and then I would lightly use the heat gun just around the edges, but I would make sure that it's pretty much set, so leave it until it's completely cold before you do that, otherwise you've got a good chance that this will then melt across the front.
Oh yeah, no, you don't want to do that. After carefully pouring it all, could you imagine? It then starts to creep across the front.
In fact, I don't think I've got any scissors here, otherwise I'd
cutters or scissors?
Scissors.
Amelia, have you got any scissors?
Do you want any scissors we can borrow?
Yay! Thanks, Amelia. Thank you very much.
It's like we're saying thanks a million every time, isn't it?
Thanks a million.
Yeah.
Thanks, Amelia. My dad's got a friend called Marula. But every time I pick up a ruler, instead of saying my, I'll say ma, which is terrible. But I'll say ma, and I say Marula.
Marula.
And then I sound like I'm saying my dad's friend's name.
So I'm just literally trimming those off. I might try and tidy it up with the heat gun. There's a good chance that this will go wrong because it's not set yet, but I'm going to give it a go. I'm just going to put it on the low setting and just gently go around the edges if I can. I think the trick is keep it moving.
Oh yeah, I guess like when you're drying your hair, if you hold it too much in the same place, you burn your head.
You burn your head, yeah, you do. It's exactly the same.
Just even out the heat.
Yeah. I'm so nervous that this is just going to go. No.
No, it won't. It will not. It's not going to. Just say no. You will stay there.
Do as instructed and look beautiful and shiny.
I love the smell. Oh, it smells so good. And it's warm.
It's a bit like Marmite, isn't it, the smell? I think you either love it or you hate it, because some people might think, oh, I'm not sure, because it's chemical.
Do you like it?
I do, but then I'm from an arty background, so it just reminds me of being in the studios at uni.
Oh. Right, I'm going to put the lids back on the gleams before I end up making a mess. If you want to join us on the other side of this, please do. We'll be with you for lots more treats. But from this designer inspiration, Hannah and I will go to a wee quick break, get a wee sip of juice, and I'll see you on the other side of the break. Garnet Showcase, yes.
Come and join guest designer Louise Jacobson on our Jewel Enamel workshop. Louise will guide you through how to get started in this creative medium, learn how to mix colours, add glitters and Angelina fibres, how to shape your enamel, add patterns and textures, and much more. The full course includes a selection of jewel enamel colours, a selection of gemstones, silver-plated copper wire, glitters, gilding flakes and Angelina fibres, use of all relevant tools including the Jewel Enamel kit, a buffet-style lunch and refreshments, a tour of the studio and museum, and a chance to visit the shop. All of this for just $79.95. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. JewelleryMaker course gift vouchers are now available. You can choose from a bronze, silver or gold voucher. Each voucher is worth a different amount that entitles you to put towards a course of your choice. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
Hi everyone, this is Stephen, Jake and Alan. We have just made it to the North Pole, 00 degrees, top of the world. It is Wednesday and here it's about 9 p.m. Yeah, very cold, minus 35 degrees, exhausting day, and yeah, we covered 14 miles today, so that's nautical miles, about 15 miles, a big, long day, and yeah, we actually made it, all very, very happy, all very, very excited, and a wonderful feeling. Thank you to everybody that has sponsored us and donated to the Colourful Life Foundation and NOS. Very, very kind of you, thank you for all your support, and we look forward to warming up sometime tomorrow or the day after, and and seeing you all when we get back to the UK. God bless you all. Thank you for taking part of this very special journey with us.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order for just 50p and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from the Genuine Gemstone Company.
We all know that you need the right tools for the job. So here at JewelleryMaker, we have developed our very own tool set just for you. In this larger set, we have provided more tools to help you develop your jewellery making skills even further. The kit includes wire cutters, a bead reamer with replacement tips, an awl, tweezers with a scoop, a sliding gauge, a snip, and all the essential pliers you will need. All of this is yours for just $15.95, neatly presented in a carrying case with an embossed JewelleryMaker logo. Stay tuned for more advice, tutorials and demonstrations of jewellery making. We provide the tools, you provide the skill. Get involved with JewelleryMaker by sending the studio a message during our live hours. You can send a text to 60777 and start your message with JM Studio, or alternatively, go to our website and click on Watch the Live Show, simply type your message into the box and press send. Make sure you stay tuned in case your message is read out. Get interactive with JewelleryMaker.
Do you need a helping hand to get started with JewelleryMaker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our JewelleryMaker website, where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy-to-follow jewellery making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist, or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewellery making techniques.
I have lots and lots to bring you, lots of treats and some more enamel if you missed out earlier. Let me show you these. These are the final 4 enamels that we have to offer for you. If you've just tuned in, we had a brilliant opportunity to get a melting pot. Are there any left? I don't know if there are, we'll find it. Oh, there are! 1 or 2 left. We have 4 melting pots for you still to come. This is part of a bundle. We'll show it to you in a wee moment. All the other ones have, there may be some space. The first one with the mould sold out, but there may be a couple. And I've got Hannah Osborne with me at the moment. Oh yes, lots of treats. I'm just going to jump into some chrome dioxide, am I? Ooh. Hessonite garnet. It's not hessonite garnet. It may be Zavarite garnet. Oh, I thought you said 4. Hessonite garnet, that's why the garnet showcase is not going off to too good a start. I've got the wrong one. So, we're going to go for some hessonite garnet. Gorgeous goldens. Amazing. Rich, warm, honey tones. 10 by 7mm in your size for each one. Hessonite garnet is a variety you might have heard of, you may or may not of. It's all about your sort of oranges, rich clementines tones. You might have heard of it. You might have seen it before. What you look for in a garnet is a great quality of colour. Sometimes it's difficult to get garnets, well, this clean. Usually garnets, you probably know the crystal structure, they're heavily included as a gemstone. So when you see glow and clarity and quality in a garnet, you know it's a special garnet straight away. Hessonite is a variety that we don't get very often. You possibly haven't even seen it before. Don't worry if you haven't, it's not a bad thing. It's just that it is that rare and it is that collectible. It's completely natural. and you're getting yourself something that's almost like a sort of honeycomb, almost like a slight hint. If you like amber, then you'll probably like the colour of this variety of hessonite garnet. The polish that you're getting there, no facets within the stone, just polished. It's not. It's hessonite garnet. I've just told everyone how rare it is, and he goes, oh, it's only $9.95. That doesn't to me in any way exude rare, exude collectible. Garnets for me when growing up was one of those big gemstones that you got if you were lucky, if you got a sapphire or an engagement ring, or maybe an anniversary or a big birthday. Or a garnet would be a special stone, not one you just pick up during the day easily for £10 and get a whole strand of them. Was garnet, when you were growing up, garnets, were they something special that you were considered, that weren't a treat daily?
The only garnets things that I could remember is when if we'd gone to sort of like an antiques place or something like that, and you'd see like really beautiful, ornate but very old pieces of jewellery. It's like I hadn't even considered that it might be something you could get as a strand of gemstones, you know. Well,
even working on a sister channel for the past 8 years now, until JewelleryMaker arrived. When we started JewelleryMaker, we didn't have strands of garnets. They weren't something that we had. So at $9.95, while we have a whole strand of garnet for you, get it. Absolutely get it, especially with the price of translucent and transparent stones both going up. But most definitely when you get clarity like this, a glow like this, a quality like this, at $9.95, that's not a $9.95 strand in any way. You have just got yourself, and I hope you don't mind me saying this, but you have just got yourself a treat and a half. That is a Freaky Friday deal. That's not supposed to happen, is it? Hessonite garnet, when do you ever even get it? Collectible variety of the garnets. Do not miss out on this, because this is awesome. Amazing. Right. This I've got 2 in here. Do I get 2? You get 2! I thought that was a mistake, and I was thinking, should I say I've got 2? Does that mean I can maybe just keep one? Obviously I wouldn't keep one, but colour change garnet. Now you have a phenomenon stone. Straight away, that in itself is amazing, just to know you own a phenomenon stone, a natural phenomenon stone. It's very difficult to get colour change in a television studio, especially with the strip lighting. It's always better to see it natural light and candlelight. Oh, I love gemstones in candlelight. What you have here is a dreamy, dreamy collectible stone. The goldens, the oranges, the greens that you're getting, the sort of hints of reds that are going to come through, if you're lucky even possibly purples. But most importantly, sort of dark, rich reds, sometimes blues. Colour change garnets are amazing. They're not easy to show in a television studio, they never have been, they never will be. That's why you need to get them home and use your 30-day money-back guarantee. Thank you so much for taking the time to call me on that free phone number. Alternatively, you can join me on the web. Normally, individually, as 2 separate strands, bearing in mind they're 85cm strands, we would have them at $9.95. So I could offer them both to you at £19.90. But so we can help you go that extra bit further in your jewellery, we've decided to take it even lower. To where? Lower, and then there's that, $12.95. Crazy. So if you're into your chips and nuggets, even if they worry you a little bit, don't let them worry you. You've got your expert Mark Smith's coming up later on with your Jenny. Presenter Jenny's going to take you through the night. The gorgeous Jenny. I can't wait to see what she's wearing today. Jenny will be taking you through the late shift tonight with Mark as a guest designer, so you will know you've got your sort of chips and nuggets ideas that you might want to get a DVD. We've got one of those. We've got workshops. We also, we have chips and nugget workshops dedicated just to chips and nuggets. So bearing in mind they're popular, they're big. Get a hold of them and then see what you can do with them, see what you can make. You might be watching the show tonight and think, oh gosh, I wish I got those garnets, and then I could have made what Mark's making just now. Or in turn, I had a piece with Gemma Crow the other evening that had opal nuggets sort of not sewn into, but sort of weaved into the middle of it. Is it up there? No, it's not there. We have different pieces set to the side every single day. We have lots and lots of designs every day, so it's always nice to sort of keep a lookout, but I didn't see it there. But incorporating chips and nuggets, There's a little bit of an introduction into the Chips and Nuggets workshop, the different sizes of chips and nuggets. If you ever want to join us on one of them, that's the number there. 0800 644 655. But it's there for you. It's available for just £12.95. Normally you'd be getting it for £9.95 each. I'm just reading, there's a wee card in here you get with it. Oh no, it's just the Gems of Distinction telling you a little bit about, well, it's congratulating you on your purchase. Oh, that's nice. So that's there. Right, now is it time for our Tsavorite Garnet. Tsavorite Garnet was found by, bless him, the late Scottish geologist Campbell R. Bridges. Oh, these are huge. First found in the Tsavo, well in fact it wasn't first found in the Tsavo National Park in Kenya, it was first found in Tanzania, but there wasn't enough to be mined and he wasn't given the mining rights, and then Campbell R. Bridges ventured over to Tanzania and he found Tsavorite Garnet. Well, he found garnet of this quality and decided to call it Tsavorite Garnet after the Tsavo National Park in Kenya, which is where it was mined from. It's a dreamy, dreamy gemstone. Doesn't really do it justice there because it's got this amazing sort of shimmer to it. Dreamy, natural glow. From the grossular variety of the garnets, of the garnet family, you have a collectible gemstone, you have a graduating gemstone, and you have a huge, huge size. They are massive. Oh my word. We're going to give you a saving today. Already previously been seen, previously been higher in price. What we're going to do for you today is take it down to £21.95. So previously been seen higher. You will be able to get it at a higher price point if you want to leave it, or you can get it when it's down to £21.95. Tsavorite Garnet. Have you ever even worked with Tsavorite Garnet? Because I've not seen anything of big quantities before.
No, I don't think I actually have. I've seen it on the show a few times.
I think it's only Tsavorite Garnet's only been seen what, twice? Is that what you were saying there? Only 2 other strands of the website.
Fantastic, isn't it?
Do you work? Are garnet gemstones that you choose to work with, or do you just go with whatever works with what you're designing?
Well, it's one of those things, isn't it? I mean, you either pick it for the colour or you pick it for what the gemstone is, and right. I've kind of been known to do both. So
okay.
It's a gemstone I would use, given half a chance.
Yeah. Given half a chance, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, hint, hint.
Yeah.
Well, I love it. To be honest, I don't imagine there's many of these. How many are there? Gosh, it's hardly anything. Can I give it to Hannah? Do you want to play with it, Hannah?
Yeah. Why not?
Would you mind? What else would you like? Can I give her the hessonite as well? Is there many of these? Can I give them both to Hannah? Got about 45 minutes before the end of the show. Do you fancy a play?
Yeah, why not?
Yay! So I'm going to give both the hessonite and the Tsavorite variety of garnets. Do you want the nuggets as well? You can have them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I'm giving it all to Hannah. So, before the end of the show, we'll get a recap of what Hannah, she hasn't got much time, but what time she has got, what she can make, if she has a chance. I'm going to give them all to Hannah. Can I go? I'm still here.
Thank you.
I got told off the other day because I walked out. I walked to go and try and find, I don't know who I was going, I think I was going to find Mark Smith. Producer Danny wasn't happy. Right, bundle time. Should we do it now? Woohoo! 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 It looks like you've got 2 the same, but I bet when I pick them up they're not. Oh, titanium white and diamond clear. Ooh! And then you've got your my favourite, I think, is between the Burmese flame and that amazing peachy one we had earlier.
Fire opal.
In ultramarine. Yeah. This is the one that we saw earlier with your design, with the one that looked almost sort of golden-y, orangey, coppery rose gold. If I tilt it to the side, you'll be able to see the colours a wee bit better. So that's your blues, of course, or what is it called? Titanite? Ultramarine, is that? Ultramarine. Your 2, one's your white and one's your titanium white. That's why I keep wanting to say it. titanium white, ultramarine, and then you've got your diamond clear, which is this one, ultramarine is this one, and then you have your finishing off with your gorgeous reds, which is your Burmese flame. Oh, Burmese as in Burmese rubies, Burmese spinel. Right, so they're being allocated quite quick. We've only got about 100, well, we've only got 95 now. We had 100 and we've got a crazy price. Oh, original price is how much? All of them individually are $15.95, but if we put them as a bundle, do I want to go under £10? Yes. Isn't that a serious question, Producer Scott? Do you think he's having a laugh today, Hannah?
Definitely.
I think he's having a little bit of a giggle in there. You having a laugh? $9.95 for all four, so $2.50, well less than $2.50 a pot. How much? Ah, oh, well normally they're about, what, £3-4 a pot? It's £16, yeah. So if you're getting them for less, what, $2.50 a pot. Hannah, have you used the diamond clear and the titanium white? I'm trying to work out how much difference there would be.
Yes.
What is the difference?
I don't know if the titanium white was the white that I had in there, but the diamond clear is clear. So that's really good if you're using the crystallina or angelina fibres, or if you're setting a picture in the back of it or something like that, because you can see through it. And then the titanium white, I think, is actually white.
Oh, okay, perfect. Oh, well, good job you said that, because I'm thinking they look really similar.
No,
but this one looks a lot. The diamond
different.
clear looks a lot finer. So the diamond clear is actually clear, and then you have your white. Thank you for that, clearing that up for me. 0800 604 605 is a completely free number, or alternatively you can join us on JewelleryMaker.com. How do you join? Do you just do it when you come in and just join in when you're here, or do you join on the phones or the web?
What, from home you mean?
Yeah, if you were sitting at home, what are you more inclined to do, the web or the phone lines? I always phone.
I tend to phone.
Do you?
Or text, depending on what I'm doing. If I'm just larking around and joining in, then I'll text. But if I'm wanting to order something, I'll phone.
Okay.
Always phone through.
So you wouldn't order on like a computer, the internet?
You can, but if you're not quick enough to check out, then it can be gone. But if you're actually phoning, then you know that what you're asking for is actually yours. Because as soon as you pay for it, it's yours, whether it's in a basket on the line.
I've been seeing things all over the place today.
Yeah.
So,
so I think it just guarantees it.
I like talking, funnily enough. Yeah. So I like to phone. It's a free phone number. It gives me someone to talk to at night. Yeah. So yeah, I practice at school. Always getting told off for talking and practicing my craft. Talking of crafts, these have already got sort of goldens in there. I really want to play with Hannah's melting pot, but she's cleaned it. She didn't throw it away, it's there. Oh, you meant what was in it? Is my thing finished?
Yeah.
Can I show everyone?
Your little flower.
Yay! Wow! You like my flower? I need to use the heat gun to make it shiny though.
Can do, yeah. Well.
How goes that? I made it with a little boo-boo on the other side. You like the other side more? That's because it's shiny, that's why, probably. So yeah, made from jewellery enamel. I've already made some jewellery, I made a pendant. Am I allowed to use a heat gun? I need a heat mat.
Yeah, it's not quite going to reach.
Oh, I was so close. I was gonna heat dry my my lovely little pendant. Thank you, Hannah. We just had a wee message. It's from Jacqueline. Hi, Jacqueline. You're in Alicante. You've said, hi girls, loving this show. Sitting here making jewellery for a fair. Just need to ask a question. Why does my enamel go pitted when I use the heat gun?
Pitted as in like the craters on the moon?
I would presume
Probably.
so.
It means that there's too many air bubbles in your mixture. So when you're melting, try not to stir too vigorously. You really need to let it just melt and then pour it slowly but not too slowly so that it sets. And what happens is when you use the heat gun, it will automatically bring the air to the surface. So if you've got bubbles in your solution, they come to the top.
Right. So would it make any difference the fact that Jacqueline's in Alicante? Because it's hot over there.
Maybe it might have an effect. I mean, because you need 140 degrees to actually melt it, but it is like heat reactive. So it's possible that it's getting so hot that it's trying to boil. I don't know, but I don't know what the point is at which I don't think it would boil, but.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We've had another message. Hi Ali and Hannah. Great demos. Love the designs. Me too. Would pour the what is that? I can't read that. Or would pour, I think that said jewel enamel into the cutter, then push the disc in, pushing up the enamel around. What do you think?
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. You'd have to be very quick doing it. So if you've got your cookie cutter, covered in the balm so it doesn't stick to it, and then have a pre-made cabochon of jewel enamel, and then just put it straight into the molten rather than trying to pour around it.
Yeah.
The only thing I can think of is that the molten solution actually starts to melt the edges of the other bits, so it might bleed a little bit, but yeah, it's worth a try.
Ooh.
Might give that a go.
Good idea. Thank you very, very much. Was that from Rachel? Ray, sorry, I read that far too quick. Thank you very, very much. Thank you for your questions. If you have any questions for our Hannah, please do send them in. 60777 is the text number. We'd love to hear from you. I know Hannah would love to hear from you. Any questions, anything you've been experiencing when you're making jewellery. Doesn't have to be necessarily about enamel. It could be about something else you've been doing, you've been working on that Hannah might be able to advise you on. Oh, I poured it on the table. Sorry. Oops. I was too busy talking, I wasn't looking. Oh, you can put it back in, that's easy. Oh, it's quite easy to get back in if you spill it. It's almost like sugar. It's the texture of sugar. Right, so $9.95. Why is that funny? Right, so at $9.95, there are only 40 left. Try and get them before they go. Oh, there's lots and lots and lots of your names coming through. Thank you very, very much for joining us. It's lovely to have your company this afternoon. Really, really nice. So VRGC72. I'm going to ask Hannah a question.
Okay.
What's your favourite colour of all the colours you worked with in the jewellery enamel? What's your favourite one?
That's really hard.
It is a hard question.
That's really hard.
You can give me your top two if it's easier.
Top two.
Does that make it harder?
Top two. I like the fire opal, which is the pretty orangey peachy colour.
Yes.
But when it's heat polished, it has to be heat polished. And then I guess it's probably going to be one of the purples, isn't it? So
the amethyst one.
Yeah, just because I'm a bit of a purple freak, but
I'm not a blue person at all, but I love the way the blue melts.
It's quite metallic, isn't it?
It's metallic-y. It's really, really nice. Obviously when they're in their pots, they don't really look like how they look when they're melted, and it's really like a glowing metallic. It's like a superhero blue. Not that I know many blue superheroes. Oh, Superman. It's like a Superman blue.
It is, yeah. It is like Superman blue, isn't it?
But it's melted, of course. In the pot, it just looks, well, it looks nice, but it doesn't have that metallic to it. These are amazing. I'm a little bit obsessed with these. I do need to get some. Well, last time the melting pot sold out. Have we got any pots now? Please tell me we've got a pot left, melting pots. So if you're thinking, Ali, they look awesome, what do you do with them? You get a melting pot, turn it up full to where it's at, what is it called? UTE, is it?
UTEE, ultra thick embossing enamel.
Ultra thick embossing enamel. You put it on, it has two lights, the green light and the orange light. Once the orange light goes out, that means it's hot enough.
It's up to temperature.
It's up to temperature, and then you can put your enamels in it. You can mix them, you don't have to mix them, you can put them in individually. That's your melting pot, and you get the wee spatula in there as well, and you get the lid. It's brilliant. It really is fantastic. I've watched it being used loads of times. It's 34, is it 38 or 34? 38.95, forgive me, I couldn't see that, it was so small. 38.95, you got 30 of these particular pots left. There were other ones, we had other colours. Have they sold out? Is there any left? There are a couple of the other colours that had an amethyst in there. If you talk to the call centre, they can tell you the other colours, sorry, that were available. 0800 644 655. Scott, can I be a pain? Can you just pass me, see that 1 PM mid-show box? Can you pass me the enamel out at number 2? Sorry. Just quickly, and then I'll quickly show you them as well so you can see, because they went down to, was it $16.95? Oh, that's in there. Awesome. Thank you. So these are the colours you can also get, which were the light pewter, the amethyst, the light silver, which is the fiery one, the fire opal. I think this is my favourite, and then the purple sapphire as well. So they were available at £16 for the 4 of them. There's a couple left. It's at the bottom of your screen. I have 25 left of these, but bear in mind that's not many. This one's got the clear, which I think is awesome. By bundling it together, obviously we can give you a price that we couldn't give you separately, because obviously that's 4 different vault locations as opposed to 1. So for us, it helps clear locations as well as get you lots of treats. So you can you mix the clear with like the red? Would that be pointless?
Yeah, no, you can mix the clear with any of the colours, and then you get sort of like a translucent effect. So it's a bit like jelly,
polymer clay.
Almost.
If you'd used a translucent polymer clay with the colour, is it like that? No.
Well, yeah, kind of. It's similar. I think it's more effective than polymer clay is because it is almost like jelly.
Yeah.
So you know how you can see through some of the gemstones. You can then see through the colour of the jewel enamel.
Oh, I like the sound of that. Oh, send me your pictures. I want to see what you do. So I've got 22 of these left and counting. I've got Geraldine, Wiltshire, Cumbria, Lancashire, all showing an interest. Quite a few of you are in. Cynthia's got a couple in County Down. I'm over the moon for you. I think they're fabulous. Love it. Great for the summertime. Great for any time, to be honest. I just think they're all year round fan-dabby-dozy. This is what I made. It's not very good, but I like it. Gonna take it home today. Gonna watch the Late Show with my jewellery enamel pendant. Right, well, I'll leave that with you. Brilliant. Got the viewers' favourites for you now. Ooh, let's get it on. Can't even remember where I got these from, so I'm going to leave them there. Let's get in. Oh, Labradorite bicones. Are we having a giraffe? You can't just put these on the show like ta-da. Oh no, you need to give us like a little bit of a heads up, red carpet going on for these. The gemstone that was voted the #1 gem 2012, 2013. What do you think will be the 2014 gem this year?
It's hard to say really. I mean, there's a good chance it could be Labradorite again. We've had some nice different amethysts and things through. We've had opal though as well, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've had a few
it's
opals.
funny that my producer just said opal as well.
Yeah, so maybe opal.
Do you know what I was going to say as a possibility? Solar quartz. Because that seemed to be really popular, the solar quartz.
It's because it's so unusual, isn't it?
Text us in. What do you think? 60777. What do you think is going to be the gem of 2014? It was Labradorite the last 2 years. Do you think it'll be Labradorite again? Which is the stone I'm showing you now. But it has the most amazing. Can you see that in the middle? Can you see the way it dances with the light? Flirts with the light brilliantly. Every single angle. And this is in studio lighting, so you can imagine how good it's going to look in daylight. Natural sunlight. Not strip lighting. Nice and natural. I could look at this all day. I'm hypnotised by it. 6mm for each bicone. You've got 55 carats worth across the whole strand. Have we got an idea of the strand? The length of it? At least 30 centimetres, surely. Maybe a cheeky 40. Let's get it measured. You have as well. That's 30 centimetres on its own. Then you've got all of this to go. You've got a further, well, just over 10. So therefore, 40 odd centimetres. And it's jam-packed with your bicones. I've never really thought of Labradorite with beiges and browns before, but I think I might quite like it. What do you think? I think it looks quite nice. Do I get your vote? What do you think? Does it go with browns and beiges?
I think so. I mean, labradorite, because it changes colour, I mean, the schiller within it's got all sorts of different colours, and I think if you pick one of the colours that you get from the internal sort of flash
schiller,
and then put that together, so it could be greens, greys, blues, browns, even golden tones, and it just picks up that lovely like internal colour beautifully then.
So a nice yellow, maybe a nice green. I always think it reminds me of a mermaid. A mermaid's tail. Do you not think that's the colour of a mermaid's tail? For $8.45. Why is it so bright, so precise? It's not $8.95, it's $8.45. Taking 50p off, so if you want to print off your authenticity certificate, then it's almost like you got it for free. Haha. Ooh, keep the code for that garnet, by the way, if you were writing it down, because what Hannah's making looks amazing. Maybe making you think, oh, actually, I wish I'd got myself one of those. If there's any left, you can have one. Zavarite garnet and hessonite garnet. That looks fabulous. Oh. So, Sonia, back to labradorite. Labradorite from the feldspar family, a brilliant gemstone when it comes to natural beauty. Working with the light. Have we got opal? Oh, we do as well. That might look quite nice together. Oh, I like it. Ooh, these opals are fab. What do you think? I quite like that. Natural Ethiopian opal. Let's get this labradorite to the side. To the left, to the left. This one. Look, I think you can see the green on that one already, can you? You need to touch it. Gorgeous. Hello. And then you can see the orange is starting to sort of dazzle from the middle of this one. Can you see? Just now and again. Oh, what a strand. Spin it round, see what else we've got going on here. So they graduate in size, clearly. Oh, can you see the orange is coming through? Oh, natural beauties. Graduating from 6x4mm all the way up to 12x8mm, 25cm strand. So in a showcase with who? Danny and myself. Hee hee. My name's all over everything apparently. And I've only left you 29. Down to $17.95. Oh my goodness. We must have been having a naughty day the other day, I tell you. I always have naughty days, to be honest. Get a little bit too excited on those price points. So it's almost as if you wouldn't realise that Ethiopian opal rough has been banned and we can't buy it rough and then facet it anymore. We have to buy it faceted already. So you would think that would add up the price. You can't do $9.95. How can you do that? That's taken off like £8. Oh, there you go. Are you giving away opals? We're low on the night shift at $17.95 and you've just smashed that out of the water. You are trying to show off. Producer Scott doesn't get to produce that much, does he? So now he is producing. He's thinking, ha, I'm going to show off and I'm going to take £8 off it and basically give you half price. Joker. He's not messing today. He's not. I'm loving it. So with 29 spaces, but bear in mind, everybody pays the same price. So you don't pay more than anybody else. So even if you were on the phone lines earlier and you thought, oh gosh, I called and I was happy at $17.95. Now it's $9.95. Do I need to call back? No. Do I still get it at $9.95? Yes. Is it amazing? Well, you can decide that for yourself. I'm not going to say no. I was looking at Ethiopian opal. In fact, no, that's a massive fib. I was looking at opals yesterday in the high street. Nothing for £10. Not one piece of jewellery was £10. And you've got a whole strand where you can make multiple pieces of jewellery for £10. Fire opal. So at $9.95, I will leave it with you. Lots and lots of you on the phone lines. on the phone, 0800 644 655 if you haven't heard the phone lines. You're right, Jenny. Is Jenny just coming through the back door?
We're sneaking.
Sneaking through the back door. You're not sneaking. Doosh, that's the door shut. Jenny's in. Oh, it was actually Danny. Danny's owning up to smashing the door closed. If you heard that, that's what it was. If you didn't hear that, I've just pointed out. 13 spaces. I'll leave those with you on the phone lines on the web. Lots of you there. So, oh, is this the rondelles? These, yes. These, this would go with a fire opal jewellery enamel. You could do like jewellery enamel and then you could put some fire opal stones. Oh, yes. What do you think?
I think
fire
it'd be
opal
beautiful.
with the fire opal enamel?
It'd be absolutely stunning.
Oh, love this. Doesn't quite go, does it? But if you look at the colour at the bottom of it, sort of oranges, that was just the orange one. If you use the orange one on its own, that would look pretty amazing, right? $23cm strand, 3 by 4 mil, and your 6 by 2 millimeter. Have you fallen in love with fire opal or fallen in love with fire opal? Is it a stone you love, Hannah?
Yeah, it's beautiful. I mean, I like all sorts of colours, but I do think the fiery colours just have that extra something, don't they?
It's like, it makes you think of Brazil. Makes you think of holidays,
Yeah.
makes you think of
Cocktails on the beach.
Oh, I've never had a cocktail on the beach, ever.
No. It's got to be done. Your mission, should you
Think I
choose
might
to
do.
accept
I've been
it.
on a beach, but I've never had a cocktail on one. Have I even really had a cocktail? I don't even think I have. No, I think I need to try this alcohol thing. I've not tried it properly.
Have a peach Bellini.
A peach Bellini? Ooh. Oh, I tell a fib, I have had a cocktail once. My friend introduced me to a strawberry daiquiri. That's the one. Everyone's going, daiquiri! Yeah, strawberry daiquiri. That was nice. You're right there, Scott. You want to say hello? He's got a pen in his ear. He's up to something. $14.95, genuine fire opals, and they're genuinely from Mexico. You've got Mexican fire opals renowned for the amazing oranges, the reds, and the golden yellows. It's a stunning strand, and at 23cm with faster rondelles, colour graduated like this. Did you see my little bracelets the other day? If you did, the sapphire ones, you could do the same design with these. $14.95 is a giveaway for that strand. I imagine our sister channel would struggle to have that at $59.95. Never mind, maybe if you're lucky, $49.95. It's too low. Too low. But I love it. It's wonderful. In fact, can I just put that with a fiery opal? I love that. Yeah, of course you can. And when that melts, the oranges that come from it, gorgeous. Did you say blue? Because this is purple. Oh. Because we've got purple enamels to use with the purple wire. I'll leave that with you for now, because it was too low, to be honest, and I think we're probably going to get in trouble for that, so I'll leave that there. So 0.4 is, just to remind you, producer Scott, is the wire that we're not allowed to do on its own, as far as I'm aware. Am I correct in that? Yeah, breaking the rules. Doesn't produce all the time, full time. You now manages, and now you thought, oh, come and produce, and I will give the viewers favourite, even though no other producers are allowed to do 0.4 wire on its own. I see how the way this rolls. $14.95. You've got yourself, what, 100 metres? 100 metres, 0.4 gauge, and you've got your gorgeous purple colour wire. It is your copper base, it is, what's the base of it? I think it's copper. And then you've got your purple. So it would work with both of your enamels that we had earlier. Would you use a coloured wire with your coloured enamels or not?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just it just enhances the colours that you've used. I mean, you could have the wire, your beading thread, your gemstones and your jewel enamel all tonal. It would look really lovely if you did that.
I thought it might be quite nice, just because they were still on the desk from earlier. I've just spied something really cheeky over there. You're going to love it. So, I am getting it in. Yes, I'm proud of it. So like, look at her trying to get her little enamel thing in everywhere. But I think it goes with the wire. Oh, jokers. It's seriously $14.95. How much should this normally be, Scott, please? Oh, that is the price. I thought that was much, I thought it should have been much higher than that. He's like, oh no, that is the price. We're genuinely that low normally. $14.95 for 100 meters of jewellery enamel. It's all yours. I can't quite believe it. I cannot Adam and Eve it. It's there, it's available, and it's there for £14.95. Little bit too... No one's coming in because they know they're not allowed to buy it on the telly, on its own. Did it not work? Tried to take it down to $9.95 and it didn't work. So that means you're about to get it. He's going to try and bring it back in at $9.95. He can't handle it being $8, which I understand. It might come in, it might not. Oh, $9.95, giving away jewellery, giving away wire. Don't really know what to say about that, other than I'm shocked, amazed, and know not what to say. And it does go with it. Yes, it does. That would be my jewellery enamel pendant. Call me when you can. It matches the gun. Not that that's got anything to do with anything. Matches my new bedroom, actually. I just started decorating and my whole house is beige and cream and gold and brown. And my friend said, Ali, can you just do a different colour at some point in your life? Just go somewhere, just go out the box. So I've got purple. I introduced purples and lilacs. First time at $9.95. Why don't you try something different? Do you want to try a different colour you haven't used before? Give it a go. All I can see is Jenny stuffing her face with cakes in the workshop. So the colour, the quality, it's $9.95 and Dorothy's in, Vera's in, Luba's in, Darren's in, Anonymous Donna. You're watching at the right time. Now, I don't know if I should do this or not, but I do have one huge pot of diamond clear jewellery enamel. Seeing as we've been jewellery enameling all day, sound like a plan to you? I do still have some wires, but they will not be there for long at $9.95. Genuine jewellery enamel. It is your diamond clear, which as we were discussing earlier when we had a mini pot of it, how you could mix it with your other colours, how you can have it for your clear. Oh, best not open it, it's never been on air before. It's a huge pot, it's 150 grams. The size normally we've been offering has been 30 grams. No, 30, isn't it? Yeah, 30. So 30 is what we normally have. 150. Huge. Is it one that you think would be, if you were going to buy a big amount of one of them, the clear one's going to be the one, isn't it?
Yeah, because you can mix that with everything then. And it just makes all your other colours go that much further.
So if you've already opened an order today, either got yourself the melting pot, either got yourself any of the moulds or any of the enamels, any of the different colours, you cannot really go wrong if you're going to get a big amount of just one that's going to be the clear. That seems like to be the one to go for. So obviously you can go for a colour, but until you melt it, you might not know how much you love it. If you get yourself 30 grams of each one of those, which we've probably already done, and then a big 50 gram one like this, 150 gram one like this. Now how many pendants do you reckon you can make out of that, out of the small moulds that we had on today? I mean, it doesn't, is that well,
that depends on the size of the mould and the bezel and...
Well, the moulds that we had today, like the little ones with the star, the poppy one, that didn't even use half a pot, did it?
Well, I've done. I did a picture frame before.
A picture frame.
Yeah, just so I made lots of little pieces and stuck them around the picture frame.
All right.
And it. I was just trying to think how many was on each corner, but there was a good probably 20, perhaps a few more. So each one of those could be a pendant or a piece of enamel. So.
And what was that from one pot?
That was 3 pots together with the glees.
So that's 3 pots together, so that would be 90 grams, and this is 150.
Yeah, so more than 3 pots.
So you can make yourself loads. You can actually, what you normally make yourself with a couple of pots, bear in mind this is going into that fair few more times. I can't quite believe it's $12.95 for a whole massive diamond clear, especially when it's the one that's imagined to be and seems to be the most popular, because you put it with everything. It's not like a particular colour, you just mix it with everything. I love that. $12.95, first time I've seen that for you. And is this some findings? It's star buy time. So we have a mixture for you. This is a surprise. This wasn't something we had planned for you. This is something producer Scott got ready for you. Well, not something I had planned. This is a surprise. We didn't tell you about it because we wanted to offer you something extra special. So we've got some eye pins, some head pins, and some big jump rings. What, 9mm, 10mm? Oh, Tom thinks even 11. Could be. Big size. So, oh, they're 9mm. 9mm open jump rings for you. You've got for yourself in there your round head pin, or your loop, and your ball head pin. 40mm for each your eye pins and your head pins. And that's a 40mm, of course, obviously, in the length of the pin. Gold plated on top of solid sterling silver. 20 pieces of each, so in total 60 pieces. Big jump rings, big eye loop or eye pins, and then your head pins. Hannah, how often do you use your head pins and eye pins? Are they something you use a lot?
Absolute essential. They really are. You use them for everything, whether it's pendants or earrings or links in a bracelet. They are a must-have.
So, solid sterling silver changes the price massively. The fact that it's gold on, it's actual gold. It's not a gold colour, but it's actual gold.
Well, if you're making to sell, then it just takes your jewellery up to the next level, doesn't it? Takes you slightly more prestigious, and if you've got some nice gemstones alongside it, then who's to say what you could charge? Lots.
Exactly. I agree. I definitely agree. So, of course, with 20 pieces of each, bearing in mind you can use your eye, but you can turn them into shepherd hooks. You can do whatever you fancy. But they are big 9mm solid sterling silver cut jump rings, or open jump rings, should I say. So normally, if you wanted to buy them individually, would be £22.85, which is a great price. Normally we do brilliant prices. I probably shouldn't say that. I think our prices are very, very competitive, if not fabulously competitive. But we're not going to be bringing you that price today because we want to do a different price. £12. £12. £12. That's it. That's all we're looking at. So you get your 20 jump rings, open for you already. You get your eye pin, your head pin, both 40mm in your length. You get 20 of each of those. So in total, you're getting 60 pieces of solid sterling silver with your gold plating for £12. Hannah's face says it all. She doesn't even need to open her mouth. I think that's
Mental.
Exactly. If you've got it in your basket, great to see. There's a lot of you with it in your basket. So have we got many of these opportunities available? 100, is that it? Nah. Only 100 at this price. So if you've got it in your basket, are you thinking, should I call for this? I'm really quite interested. Have I got a 30-day money back guarantee? Yes, you get 30 days from anything from the day you get it in your hand, and you then also have yourself the opportunity to change your mind, or you can get a credit note if you wish. You don't have to ever join us again. It's not a matter of you get your money and it goes into a credit note. If you want to put it into your account, you can do. If you want the money to go back onto your card that you used, then it can do that as well, whichever happens first, whichever is most convenient. Eleanor's in there getting yourself a multi-bid in Lanarkshire. Great to see you, Eleanor. Angela's in Nottinghamshire. Tina's in Cheshire. Great to see each and every single one of you. Gloucestershire's in there. New College, Northamptonshire, Dorset, Merseyside, West Sussex. Just whatever you do, don't miss out when you think it's something. Even if you don't know 100%, if you think, oh, actually I'd quite like to get some of those. When was the last time I saw sterling silver? It's a star buy, so we're doing something extra special for you. We don't usually get to do this. It's only because it's a star buy can we give you a price point that we couldn't normally give you for just a solid sterling silver with the gold plating as well. And it's actual gold. It's not some gold colour. It's genuine gold. Changes a lot, doesn't it? It's amazing. So with 12 spaces, we only had 100 available. We've got so many multi-bids, and quite rightly so. You know something, well, if you think about it, that's what, £36 for 60, 120, 180 pieces. £36 for 180 pieces of gold plating on top of solid silver. Kaylee's there, Lancashire's there, Anson and Cynthia. And Cynthia, sorry, my apologies, and Tyne and Weir. Great to see you. That's fan-dabby-dozy. Isn't that awesome? I'm over the moon. So 20 of each. And we have, what have I done now? £12 is all you're looking at. So you might have opened an order already and you might think, oh, I might add it to your order. £2.95. That's all you're looking at. Oh, you're looking at. So of course, if you have taken the time to join us, it's brilliant. If you haven't and you're thinking about it, please, please, please remember, you've got a call centre there who are there to help you, part of the help team. So it's a free phone number to call. If you've got any questions, just ask. Or alternatively, you can join me on the web, whichever is most convenient. But please, 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 whatever you do, always ask. If you have any questions, I don't want you to think, oh, I should just ask. Ask. Just quite simply ask. Hannah, how are you getting on? Oh,
all right, not too bad.
Gorgeous. Can I show everyone?
Yeah.
Hannah's been working with the Zavarite Garnet and the Hessonite Garnet, and they look gorgeous.
I think they look really sweet together, actually, don't they?
So, so sweet. So you've just used little, is it silver spacer? Are they crimp beads, actually?
They're just little gold balls. Gold balls and then the, or the gold plated copper, I think they are.
That's so pretty. I love that the earrings are sort of purely the Hessonite, and then you've got the Hessonite just creeping in.
Just as a hint.
Yeah, hinted in the necklace, but more the Zavarite.
But also, because it's a choker, I mean, if you wanted to, you could wear that as a doubled up bracelet rather than a choker.
Oh yeah, because I saw you wrapping it around your wrist a couple of times, and I was
to make
trying
sure
to
it was
work
big
out.
enough.
Ah.
Yeah. And then I haven't had a chance to do anything with these, but it'd be really sweet if you just re-stranded them and then twist them, and then you can get like a little shortener
stretchy bracelet or something
thing that just goes around the back, and then, have like a little choker or something. Or you could just do the whole lot.
To do that now.
Yeah.
So just
makes it more chunky. So you get both of them, and then just twist them together, and then you use like a. Well, it's kind of like an oval. They're called shorteners. I'm sure we've had them here before. I don't know if we've still got any.
I don't know.
It's just like
I don't know if we've got any in stock. But we do have sort of.
Or you can
I'm
make
thinking
one
of
with
Kumihimo cord ends or something. You might be able to use that idea.
Yeah,
would that work?
That would work. Or you could use the wax Y cone to make a cone on the end, and then just have all 4 strands going through.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
Just makes it a bit more chunky.
I love it. That's your Hessonite. Oh, sorry, that's your colour change garnet. So that's using your Hessonite garnet and your Zavarite garnet. The codes for the Zavarite garnet are on the screen, and the double strands of garnet are on the bottom of your screen. You can join us for either of them if you wish. They make me think of amber.
They do look quite a lot like amber, actually. I think it's the same tone, isn't it?
Yeah, it's almost sort of bubbling as well, honeys and caramels. So have you enjoyed your day, the Teddy?
Yeah, it's been lovely. It's been quite sort of busy because of all the melting and everything.
It's been really fun.
Yeah, it's been good fun. And
I've really enjoyed it.
I'm glad you've enjoyed it and had a go as well.
Yeah. When are you next back with us?
I'm in on Sunday, I think, for the late show.
In on Sunday. Brilliant. Oh, that's with me.
Oh, John again.
Jenny's coming up. Jenny, where are you? She's coming. You've got there's some gorgeous pink wires over there.
She's got lovely things.
Lots of treats. She's got nuggets. She's got Mark Smith as presenter. Jenny will be joining you very, very shortly. What have I done now? I don't know what I've done. They're all going on in my ear. Hannah and I will be back with you on Sunday. Thank you so much. And Mark and Jenny, presenter Jenny, will be up on the other side of this. Have a lovely, lovely weekend. Bye.
If you have a question or query for Jewellery Maker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2. Or alternatively, you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.